It's time for Danganronpa 4. No, I'm just kidding. This is Project Eden's Garden. I've seen it pop up on my YouTube a bit, and basically it's a Danganronpa fan game. I think this is just the demo, the full game isn't out yet, so I thought I would check it out. It's also very loud. Logic difficulty. I guess we'll just go normal for now, and same with action difficulty. Life has no meaning. We exist just by chance, born to a planet that didn't want us to begin with. It's up to the best of humanity to give the world a purpose. People like me, those who shine brighter than others, who have an influence on our greater society. Ultimates. We're known as Ultimates. Ultimate titles are awarded to exceptionally talented high school and college students. Doctors who can cure the incurable. Engineers who build machines to improve millions of lives. The most influential politicians. The most creative architects. These are the people who deserve lifelong recognition. Define what it means to be a true ultimate.
I, Damon Maitsu, am the ultimate debater. A prodigy among prodigies.
Ultimate Ron
Someone who
Palmer.
simply can't be outmatched. I hold on to my title dearly, because it defines me. It's who I am. It's what gives me my purpose. Among a sea of mediocrity, I am a shining example of talent. And now, there's a school worthy of me.
To Mr. Damon Maitsu, the ultimate debater, congratulations. For your contributions as an ultimate, we cordially invite you to attend Eden's Garden Academy, a specialized college for academic-based talents. So how are they given the title of ultimate though? At our unique academy, you will not only develop a tighter grasp on your respective skill set, but you and the other ultimate students who receive this invitation will gain an ever-important proficiency at leadership, communication, and persuasion. In an age where anyone can be called ultimate, we hope you will join us and assume your rightful place as the true face of talent. Please keep the contents of this invitation, as well as the attached registration materials, strictly confidential. The integrity of our program is built on the foundation of privacy. Eden's Garden Academy, an ultimate academy for true ultimates. It was built in partnership with the Ultimate Talent Program, a government institution that has awarded ultimate titles for people for almost the last century. You don't apply for the UTP schools, they scout for their students, which is how I found myself receiving a letter from Eden's Garden Academy. It looks to be an amazing school, immaculate architecture, incredible workspaces, and access to resources beyond anything I've ever seen. Everything about the school is perfect. It's truly worthy of being called ultimate. In my 18 years of living, I have accomplished more than most people could even dream of. With this random and chaotic existence, it feels like I was destined to be great. After what seemed like hours of waiting, the train arrived before me. It wasn't as nice looking as I expected, at least not for a school of this caliber, but it was undeniably the one. This guy is very much like a perfectionist, it seems. With luggage in one hand and a pamphlet in the other, I boarded the train. This is the start of my new life, the start of an even greater career. For the first time in my life, I'll finally be among people as great as me. Huh? What he said.
Look! Someone else is here.
Huh? Someone else?
Hey, welcome to the Eden's Club. Well, it's more accurate to say Eden's Garden Academy's Club, but Eden's Club just has more of a ring to it, don't you think?
In front of me, spread out across the train carriage, was a group of strange-looking people. That's a little mean. I guess that one guy on the right looks a little strange, like a Dragon Ball character. A girl with pink hair, some guy in a wolf costume, One guy in a weird beanie staring intensely at me. Where's that guy? What is this man talking about? I don't know. What the hell? Are these creepy people really attending the same academy as me? Apathetic to my situation, the train continued from its halt. Looks like I'm stuck here for now. I guess I should find somewhere to sit.
Hey, you! New guy!
Okay.
Over here!
Hello, can you hear me? I seem to have caught the attention of one of the other
What
passengers.
now?
What do you want?
What if...
Cool, so I was wondering something. Whatever it is, I'm sure you can ask an employee. I'm honestly not in the mood. Oh, sure. Frowning and dropping his head, he walked away.
Howdy.
Excuse me, but you don't happen to know when the final stop is, do ya? A girl's voice suddenly chimed in from behind me. Geez, can people just leave me alone for 5 minutes?
No.
Not a clue, but you can try looking for... The words caught in my throat when I turned to look at her. This woman had to be twice my size. Is something wrong?
I
Don't fret it, darling. I'll just see who else is around. With a small wave, she walked away. People here just keep getting weirder and weirder. I really hope none of them are in my class. Oh, this is the whole school here. Not wanting to be bothered any further, I quickly found myself a seat by the window. This situation was nothing like I expected, but at least the view from the train was nice. Mountains framed by a deep blue sky, crystal clear rivers that sparkled like jewels in the sunlight. Couldn't be a more radical departure from home. Scenery continued to pass, time flying by with it. The chatter from the others on the train eventually softened, leaving just me and the rolling mountains. Nearby, a woman in professional attire turned her nose up to the air and started sniffing. After a moment, the expression on her face turned stone cold
Something
serious.
is wrong.
The air doesn't smell right.
Oi!
Huh? The air?
Quack!
Hey, I smell something too.
Excuse me.
Could you describe it?
Hmm.
Kinda chemically. Almost like it's coming from
What
that
about...
bag over there. Pointing to a travel bag at the opposite end of the car.
Well, shoot.
Oh, shoot, you mean this one right next to me?
Let me think.
I don't smell anything funky. Well, that's probably because of the helmet.
Pardon me.
Is that your bag?
Not a chance.
Nope, it was already here when I got on the train.
Weird.
That's weird. There's no name tag or anything. After inspecting the outside of the bag, he began fiddling with its lock.
Great!
Cool, you got it open. That wasn't the lock. Ugh.
Huh?
Hey, are you okay?
No.
Yeah, bro, I'm all good. I just feel kinda... Oh.
Almighty.
Yep, that one. Did he just pass out? In the same end of the car, the guy who had been staring at me earlier. I'm not feeling so good either.
Hang on.
What did you just say? Good night. What the? People are dropping like flies.
Holy!
Oh crap! Someone get help!
For real?
Let me try to alert the conductor or whatever. He ran over to the door that connected to the adjacent car. Rattle, rattle.
Oh, crud.
It's not opening. Why isn't it opening?
Stand back.
I want to try my hand at it. Can you step aside for a sec? He yanked at the door, but... Rattle, rattle.
News.
Damn, the car is locked up as tight as a prison.
Come off the grass.
Huh? But I left to take a piss like an hour ago. I think she's British. Oh, let me try something else. The big man rolled his shoulders and threw himself against the door with all his might. Ugh. He groaned and stepped back, revealing he hadn't even left a mark on the door. What? That did nothing? There's another boy who's fallen. A girl too. Why is everyone passing out?
Damn it.
Maybe it's got something to do with that bag we... Huh? The air around me had grown thick with a strange pungent smell. I could taste it, feel it sting my eyes. Oh god. No, don't! As a futile plea left my lips, I felt my strength trail away with it. The world flickered around me, and then... there was nothing. Bows woven by stitches and needles. We in it now, boys. Was that the whole prologue, or is it... Burr, burr. Huh? What is that humming noise? It sounded almost like an air conditioner. But if it's an air con, why am I so warm? I weakly opened my eyes. Above me was a concrete ceiling. Concrete ceiling? My body's so heavy, but I had to get on my feet. I had to see where I was. There's the girl from earlier. Huh? It's a girl. Could it be that she's... No, she's still breathing. So she's asleep, just like I was? Kneeling down to her level, I reached out my hand to shake her. Hey, can you hear me? No response. Bringing my face closer to hers, I repeated the question. Hey, can you hear me? Why isn't she waking up? Damn it, do I actually have to... Holy... Her eyes snapped open, causing me to jump back.
Hello.
I was testing you.
Huh?
Testing me? To see what you could do. To see what you would do. Not every day you find a body on the floor.
That's...
So you were awake the whole time?
Correct.
I woke up before you, yes. And she just let me sleep.
Anyways,
How long was I out for?
Not sure.
I don't know. I didn't wake up that long ago. When I first came to, I was also startled to see a stranger.
You see?
One can never know if they're in the presence of a friend or foe. Which is why I needed to see for myself how much I could trust you. By lying on the floor and making yourself vulnerable? It makes no sense. As an excuse to break off the conversation, I started to look around the room. It was definitely some kind of boiler room. There didn't seem to be a light switch anywhere. Only light came from the vent that far back in the room. Looking at my close surroundings, I was standing on a platform with stairs that led down to the rest of the room. The lower floor was mildly flooded. I'd say the water reached a little above my ankles. It was a place that had clearly been abandoned for a long time. Even with all the strange things around me, my gaze kept returning to this girl. There's something about her that seemed almost familiar. She was on the train. Wait, that's it. She was on the train I boarded. Yeah, exactly. Hey, we've met before. On that train.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
Things turned upside down not long after you arrived. Strange smell started to come from that travel bag, and then everything turned black.
Right.
Right. Just what the hell was that?
listen to me.
I think it was a chemical agent. The bag must have been equipped with a gas bomb or something. Someone clearly wanted to knock us out. Sounds like she's been thinking hard about it. Maybe that's why it took her so long to wake me up.
I see.
Sure, I was thinking the same, but whose bag was it? Why did they want to knock us out? And why aren't we on the train anymore? Where are we?
Look at this.
Considering our surroundings, some sort of boiler room? As she raised a hand to push up her glasses, something large and metallic on her wrist caught my eye. It looked vaguely like a watch?
Eh?
Hey, what's that on your hand?
Well,
You tell me. It appears you have one as well.
Huh?
Huh? With those words, I looked down at my hand.
What the?
What the? Sure enough, I was wearing the same device. It'd been fitted tightly around my wrist, but it felt like I was wearing nothing at all.
Damn it.
Hey, I'm not wearing this. As I grabbed a hold of the device and pulled, a tiny urge of electricity ran through my wrist.
how humiliating.
Sorry, I should have warned you. If you try taking it off, it shocks you. Thanks for the heads up. What's going on here? Why am I wearing this weird shock collar thing? Who put this on me?
Look.
You can touch the screen though.
Eh?
Eh? See? Like this. You tap the face of the device, it slowly lit up and displayed a holographic image. Oh, so like a watch.
Correct.
It's just projecting a blank screen for some reason.
So,
Either way, it seems we're stuck with this device for the time being.
moving on.
While you're standing there, the least you can do is give me your name. We didn't have much of a meeting on the train anyway. Damon Maitsu, Ultimate Debater. I'm a student at Eden's Garden Academy.
Interesting.
How interesting.
Eh?
What is?
Hmm?
Thank you for telling me more than I asked for.
As for myself, you may call me Eva Tsunaka.
It's nice to meet you. I'm sure it is. The pain from the shock was finally subsiding. It's as good a time as any to get a better grasp of this room. Maybe there's something in here that can explain the flooding. Even better, that annoying mechanical noise. Welcome to Project Eden's Garden! Alright. Whew. A lot has happened already. I'm sure you're eager to investigate, but there's something blah blah blah. Okay. View past dialogue, blah blah blah. Enter key, press the enter key again to exit this mode. And WAC panorama room. If you ever need to revisit. Yep. Ah, okay. Wait, oh, so then I can see what I can interact with. Okay. Eh? Staring at me from the corner of the room was an expensive-looking security camera. Had this been recently installed? It seemed better suited for a vault than a crappy boiler room.
Interesting.
You noticed that camera too?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really out of place. You think someone is watching us through it? It doesn't look like it's turned on, so I doubt it. I see. Perhaps that's for the best.
Eh?
What do you mean? Someone is watching us. Possible that they are the same person who put these wrist straps on us. He makes a decent point. There might be something useful in this pile of dusty boxes. Light bulbs, duct tape, a bunch of screws. Nope, there's nothing in here but junk. There's a generator under the vent. Is this what's making the mechanical noise? Seeing it in the water put me a bit on edge. I was thinking of checking out the window above it, but now I'm not so sure. Window? It's a vent. You said it earlier. That seemed to be it. The room's too run down for me to investigate anything else. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Ava approach the pile of boxes and fish out a light bulb. Then, without hesitation, flop. You checked it into the water. What are you doing? All of a sudden, she jumped off the platform we were standing on and into the water. Seriously, what the hell are you doing?
Can't you see?
Exploring. You're not worried about the generator?
Look.
Look at the light bulb I threw into the water. Notice how it isn't flashing? That means the water isn't conductive. Fair enough. I guess she's not worried about getting her shoes wet either. Okay, just give me a second. I took off my socks and shoes and quickly rolled up my pants. Trying to hide my discomfort behind a cool face, I descended the stairs into the murky water. The mechanical noise was even louder now. It sounded like it was coming from the direction of the
I
vent.
see.
Yep, it definitely must be the generator.
Damn.
We're lucky the water isn't conductive. Those exposed wires would be bad news otherwise.
Interesting.
For such a small generator, it sounds like it's running a lot of power. Surprising how this noise alone wasn't enough to wake us up. Whatever knocked us out on the train must have been pretty strong. Anyway, that explained the whirring noise. I wonder where all the power is going to. High up on the wall was a vent. What could be on the other side? Do you want to look through that? Yeah, I do.
Listen to me.
Alright, I have an idea, but it will take some physical effort.
Eh?
Like what?
Well,
Like getting on my shoulders.
Seriously?
I'm not doing that. If you get on my shoulders, it would give you a boost and you can look through the window.
Fair.
Fair, but shouldn't I be the one giving you a boost?
mm,
I don't think you could handle it. Saying that, she stooped in front of the generator and mentioned for me to come over.
I'm talking.
Make sure to tuck your feet behind my back. Wadded over to Ava and awkwardly positioned myself on her shoulders. Oh, I think I'm stronger than her. Like, what?
Are you sure you can do this?
Are you sure you can... Just said that.
Fine. Just look through the window already.
Alright.
Well, do you see anything? Yeah, another vent and a room just beyond it. I can't see what's inside the room though. Both these vents are in the way. Taking a closer look at the boiler room vent, I noticed there were hinges bolted to the upper corners. Does this mean the vent can be opened? Wrapping my fingers around the grate in front of me, I pulled as hard as I could. Hey, I got it open. Can you see better now? Although the second vent still obstructed a lot of the room, I was able to make out the legs of tables and chairs. They were pretty fancy looking. The floor of some fancy room. We must be in a building with multiple levels. Weird that this vent opens into another room instead of outside. Eh? Just beyond the chairs, in the very corner of the room, there was something peeking out. A person's legs? The heck? I felt my chest tighten. Is he also passed out? Hello? Can you hear me? No response. Damn it, there's gotta be a way inside this room. Ava, can you let me down? There's someone in there? I think it's a guy. He's lying on the floor and I'm pretty sure he's passed out. He might know something we don't. If we're not in there when he wakes up, we might lose him.
So,
The room's on the level above ours, you say? Right, which means there must be stairs somewhere.
Focus.
I have to find them. Even there, press R key. Yeah. As soon as I was out of the water, I threw on my socks and shoes and ran straight to the door. Upon leaving the room, I was greeted with an equally derelict hallway. The walls and floor were an old, matted color with nothing else to them. No wall decor, no windows, no life whatsoever. However, there was one thing that stood out. At the very end of the hallway, where the corridor took a sharp turn, was what looked to be sunlight hitting the wall. Does that mean there's an exit around that corner?
hang on.
Don't go running off without me.
Huh?
Huh? I've already inspected the rooms in this hallway, so you can just ignore
Eh?
them. When did you do
You
that?
see,
While you were asleep? You weren't waking up, despite my best efforts, so I decided to investigate on my own. Hang on, your best efforts?
so
Poking you in the face, dragging you by the feet? I even bridal carried you at one point. Not sure I can believe that.
listen to me.
Anyway, I haven't checked what's upstairs. I didn't walk too far from where you were lying.
Come again?
You didn't think to get help?
No,
You were obviously breathing.
Really?
That doesn't answer the question. You only started waking up after I returned from my search. How does that get in the way of finding help? Unless she didn't want to leave me here alone? I can't figure her out at all.
moving on.
This floor didn't turn up anything useful, by the way. The rooms were just a bunch of storage closets, completely dilapidated, filled with random stuff. That was the case for every room?
It's the truth.
If you don't believe me, you can check for yourself. My great-grandmother... As my great-grandmother's brother's friend's motivational calendar once said. Huh? You can't progress if you don't have the will to move. Yeah, I know. Last but not least, proceed with caution. You never know what could be hiding around the corner. Here. Hey! Hey! Okay, this is kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie. I'll check the rooms just because. The room was almost identical to what Ava had described earlier. There was no real organization or meaning to anything. It was just filled with completely random crap. What did I tell
I
you?
see.
It's definitely a messy place. Yes, that's right. Let's move on now. I should probably listen to her. There was no reason for me to look inside this room. Especially when we might have found help. True, I guess. Okay, I won't search the other rooms. If there's a secret, that's too bad. I'm leaving. This is kind of cool, actually. The graphics look a lot better than what Danganronpa had. Woo! Upper floor was in a lot better condition than the one below. That wasn't saying much. Water stains covered some parts of the walls and ceiling. I could only guess a pipe had broken and started leaking. There didn't seem to be any mold, at the very least.
So,
The room with the unconscious man should be above the and adjacent to that boiler room. That means it must be on the other side of this hallway, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, given we walked away from the boiler room to get here. Alright, let's investigate. Should be right here, right?
There must be something.
no.
This is definitely not the room with the man. It's too close to the stairs. Right. What? Man, I thought that would make sense. I guess it's around here then. Is it this room then? This is definitely not the right way. Okay, game, I get it. It's locked. Okay. Sheesh, owls always give me the creeps. Okay, I didn't ask though. Oh wait, is it this door? This must be the room. Taking a deep breath, I pushed open the large doors. What are we running into? No one, apparently. Wow, this is a pretty stylish looking place. It's a lot better maintained than the rest of the building. Okay, the vent should probably
Oi!
be... Yeah! Huh? Before I had a chance to react, the woman drove her fist directly into the side of my head. Ah! Who the hell are you? What the? Who the hell are
Damn
you?
it.
Why did you just hit me? I'm not gonna embrace a stranger with open arms. You could have been a murderer. Your instinct is to attack everything you see? I've already spared one guy with a suit. I'm not letting my guard down a second time.
Huh?
A guy in a suit?
Eh?
Eh?
Hello.
Hello. Hello. This guy, the outfit he's wearing.
So,
We've met before, haven't we?
Curious.
I was about to say, I recall seeing your faces on the train. Yep, he was there. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the two of you were standing next to each other. You guys know each other? Not at all. We only formally met a few minutes ago. Oh,
Anyways,
well, you were still knocked out by that sleeping gas stuff, right?
Soybean.
Don't remind me, soybean.
come again?
What?
Ugh.
Yeah, that's right. I said it. You're a soybean, just like this loser next to me. I disagree, but we should focus on what happened on the train. I don't know what the heck happened, but on one second I was on the train, the next I was surrounded by total darkness. The place was like a solitary confinement chamber. Thought I was gonna suffocate in there. What are you talking about?
See that?
See that pantry over there? Yeah? Turns out that door was unlocked.
Jeez.
You're inside that pantry? When she kicked open the door, I nearly jumped out of my skin. What the heck were you doing while she was in there?
Aha.
Waking up. Eh?
Ugh.
Isn't this unfair? I got stuffed into some tiny pantry while this guy had the entire floor to himself. Who's ever responsible for this must have been jealous of my talent. I won't believe how many jealous turned violent in this industry.
Hey?
What's with that dumb face? You know who I am, right? Was I supposed to? Uncultured swine.
My name's Grace Madison, Ultimate Golfer. Don't forget it, Soybean.
Okay. Ultimate golfer. I guess that's why she's got that hat on. The ultimate golfer, of course. The two of you were on that train. That means you're ultimates as well. What about you? Hmm? Can you tell me your ultimate talent?
I'm Wolfgang Akere, the ultimate lawyer. Here's my card.
Ooh. Kinda busy with it, okay. Wolfgang. That's definitely a name. A lawyer. It's way better than being a golfer, but you're such a young looking guy. I didn't expect him to have a talent like that. This must be part of what makes him a talent.
Pardon me.
An ultimate, what? You look confused.
I'm
not confused, I look too young. Is that what you think?
I understand.
I get it a lot. Even Miss Madison said it.
Whatever you say.
'Cause it's true.
Hold on.
Well, I don't think the same can be said for yourself. I'm not wise in the way of sports, but I've always had the impression golf was an old man's business. Not that young women shouldn't take the reins. The sport's probably in need of a revival. It's a tough industry, but that's because we gotta fight for recognition, not sit around for 7 years and do F all. Sounds like the average high schooler now that I think about it. Hey, how old were you when you started college?
Oh, thank you.
That's personal information. I don't intend to disclose. You're a piece of work, aren't you? What happened to talking about the train? These guys seriously have their priorities skewed.
So,
So, you have him too. Huh?
look.
We're all wearing the same wrist straps. Really? You were busy talking, so I figured you wouldn't notice unless I pointed it out.
Eh?
Wrist strap, you say? These guys are more like mini shock
By the
collars.
way,
Those aren't mutually exclusive. I heard you the first time. So you tried taking it off, did you?
Yes.
Yep, same with you? Actually, it was me who tried taking it off. The stupid thing zapped me when I did.
let's see.
I suspected it wasn't unique to Miss Madison. Go ahead and tried removing the strap myself.
Strange.
Equipping everyone with a strap that shocks them. What could justify doing something like that? Well, what's the purpose behind these straps?
Soybean.
Are you daft? It's to shock us. Thing is, we seem to receive a shock if we try to remove it.
How can this be?
So, why aren't we allowed to remove these wrist straps? What I want to know is, who even put these things on us? The answers to those questions might be something we have to figure out ourselves. Doesn't make sense. For me to be abducted and taken somewhere I don't know, surrounded by a bunch of strangers, and forced to figure out why. Doesn't make any sense. Why is it happening?
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello?
You talking to me?
No.
No, look behind you. Huh? Confused, I turned to what had captured everyone's attention. For a second, I thought I was seeing things. Peeking at us from the corridor was a small girl. Who are you?
Is that a...
What the? Is that a gremlin?
Madison!
Miss Madison, you'll scare her if you shout like that. Hmm? Girl had left her position by the corridor and slid into the room. Now I could see for certain she was a kid. What the heck? Why is there a kid
For
here?
your information,
For your information, I'm not a gremlin. Did your mother never teach you manners? It's rude to backtalk strangers you haven't met. No way, the gremlin can talk? I just told you, I'm not a gremlin. If we just make comparisons, I'd rather you liken me to something more elegant. For example, a kappa.
Really?
That's not much better.
Be careful.
Please, be careful what you say to her. This girl seems awfully young.
Can't you see?
She doesn't seem young, she is young. What's going on here? Why is there a child wandering around? You know, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I also saw you on that train. You were hidden behind some other people, so you were pretty hard to see. I assumed you were sitting down or something. It didn't even cross my mind that you might have been an actual kid. Cowering behind a bunch of strangers, huh? Figures I didn't see it. Still, what the hell was even going on that train? That's what I'm wondering. Kids got no business with us. I do not appreciate your misguided comments about my age. I am a professional, just like the rest of you.
No.
You mean, you're an ultimate?
Is that really true?
I didn't think children could qualify as ultimates.
I am an ultimate.
Must I keep repeating myself? I'm not a child. I'm a professional.
Jeez.
Well, what is it that you're so good at? So you desire to know my talent, do you? Normally, I decline further conversation with people like you. Given our circumstances, I shall be sanguine on the matter. I think I probably said that wrong.
I am Portugal Kyra, the ultimate matchmaker. Nice to meet you.
Matchmaker?
I suppose.
Like matchmaking people, or what? You're a matchmaker.
That's...
A matchmaker? Aren't you a bit young for something like that?
Get a grip.
The gremlin's obviously lying about having a talent. I bet it snuck its way into the train because it saw all the commotion. Now the little bastard is stuck with us.
Look at what you've done.
Now look at what you've done. You've made her upset. Upset?
Of course not.
Of course not. I know better than to take a gremlin seriously. Oi! Don't think you can just use my own insult against me.
Miss Madison.
Grace.
Hmm.
What?
Moving on.
Oh, if I have things right, all 5 of us were on that train. What about the other people who boarded it? You think they've been kidnapped as well?
Indeed.
That is correct.
Hmm.
Apart from us, there are 11 other people. 11, counting us. That makes 16.
Correct.
That's the same number of people who were on that train.
Quite.
I've become well acquainted with them.
Healthy.
The only person I've been avoiding is the frustrating boy I woke up with. You wouldn't believe his manners. And she also woke up with another person. Starting to see a pattern here. As does everyone else.
I suppose.
Speaking of, would you like to meet the others? I think they should know about you four.
Very well.
That would be helpful, yes.
Wonderful.
Very well. I shall serve as your guide as we embark on this new journey.
Take this seriously.
Don't sound so happy about this. This is a kidnapping, not a college orientation. Then again, it's not like I would go to most orientations willingly. Maybe those 2 events aren't that different after all.
Well,
Wow, okay. Where are the others right now? Obviously, they're outside this building. There's an exit not too far from here. Follow me.
It's for the best.
He seems to know more than us. It wouldn't hurt to entertain her. Let's see what this thing has up its sleeve. Inside this building, so there's even more to this place than we've already seen. Are there other buildings just like this one? Exactly how big of an area are we exploring? Standing here won't give me an answer. I should find the exit already. Oh, I ain't... Okay, I'll just leave. Yep. Looks like the others are gone. Whatever, I work better alone. Hey, Batman. Where am I? I'm gonna assume the exit's over here. Yeah, hey boys. You're late.
Eh?
You're waiting?
Oi!
Only because the gremlin insisted. I didn't even realize you fell behind until she said something.
Unfortunately.
I'm ashamed to say the same.
well,
By the way, what are the others doing right now? Exploring something else, probably. You don't sound very sure of yourself.
healthy.
They had the nerve to tell me to stay put while they inspected the area. If they don't want me exploring, then I suppose I'll explore by myself. Alright, sounds like she wanted to show off.
Are you done yet?
Who cares about that? The guy's here now. Let's go already. Yes, and the others will realize their foolishness.
Wonderful.
Onwards to the great outdoors! The little girl turned to face the door, but instead of pushing it open, she reached for a lock I hadn't even noticed before. The door opened with a long, shrill creak, and we finally saw what was waiting outside. Hey, speedrun mode, we already escaped. Okay, what is going on here? Standing before us, bathed in sunlight, was a massive Romanesque courtyard. Finally, some sunlight. Courtyard. I wonder if we can escape by climbing over the hedges. Hedges are tall, but if we try looking for a rope,
Hold on.
I doubt it's that easy. The devices we're wearing will probably shock us. Let's see if you're right.
Soybean!
Go on, Soybean. Climb the hedge.
Stop.
What the?
No.
Unfortunately, it's pointless to climb the edges. How do you know? If you take a closer look at the sky, you should understand. The sky? Yes, do you see anything strange? Anything strange? No, there's nothing standing out to. Wait, huh? My eyes tried to adjust to the glare of the sun. I noticed it. The shape of the clouds weren't normal at all. No, it's almost as if they were concave. Just like flat, right? The sky is curving inwards.
How can this be?
Could it be? Are we looking at a hologram?
Come on!
Of this size? No way. It's gotta be a 360-degree projection or something.
That's...
You mean the sky we're looking at is actually a video panorama? It sounded completely ridiculous when I said it out loud, but at the same time, it made too much sense. Water. This is a 360-degree projection. Wouldn't that mean we're inside some sort of dome? Such is the truth. I have long recognized.
Come off the
That's-
grass.
Wait, you knew this sky was fake? Why'd you call this dump yard the great outdoors? It was for dramatic effect. In truth, I haven't seen natural sunlight since the moment I woke up here.
A cause for concern.
No sunlight? You really didn't see any windows in this building?
No.
No, none at all. No windows means no oxygen. We might be suffocating as we speak. We've survived this long. I think we'll be okay.
Hey,
You're acting way too nonchalant. Doesn't this place bother you at all? It's a dome with a fake sky. That's like something out of a movie.
So,
Maybe whoever brought us here wanted to recreate the feeling of being outside, in lieu of actually letting us outside. Sure, if you want to make broad assumptions.
you see,
In a situation like this, making assumptions is all you can really do.
fair.
Fair. Whether or not the sky really is a projection is not something we can do much about. For now, we should remain focused on meeting the other students. Huh? Above that inane shatter, I heard a quiet, high-pitched noise, sort of like a mouse's squeak. It was so unlike the current conversation, it automatically stood out. Hey, can you guys stop talking for a second? Is there a problem?
Yeah.
You hear that?
Eh?
Hear what? Almost sounds like whimpering.
Strike me pink.
Wait, I just
Oi,
heard it.
You.
Oi, who the hell is crying? Quit hiding, come talk to us.
Hmm.
Do ignore the shrew. Her bark is worse than her bite. Who are you calling a shrew? Crying seemed to have stopped, but whoever it was refused to come out. Can we just leave them be? If they don't want help, it's not our issue.
Goodness!
Don't be so heartless. This could be someone in need.
Be careful.
To the girl that is crying, please excuse my friend here. None of us are here to hurt you, so I think you should come out. Hiding will only make you more scared.
You think?
Do you really think that's going to convince them?
Eh?
Eh? Hello, I wasn't,
Hello.
how about you tell us your name first?
Eloise Tellner. I'm the ultimate fencer. It's really nice to meet you all, even if it doesn't seem like it.
Okay. Ultimate Fencer. Ultimate Fencer, was it?
strange.
That's strange. Someone so prolific at fighting shouldn't have a reason to hide from people.
That's not.
Actually, it doesn't focus as much on courage as people think. The key to fencing is the ability to predict your opponent's moves, along with having the agility to avoid them. Acting brash may get you the first move, but it's a steady, analytic mind that secures the win. That's kind of impressive.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I get really excited when it comes to the subject, so I can't help but gush.
Listen to me.
But I have to ask, where were you hiding from us? Why were you hiding from us? You stood there quietly, deep in thought.
Okay.
When I woke up, I had no idea where I was or why I was here.
Kind of like.
There were several strangers around me, and they were also panicked as well. I felt like a mouse caught in a trap. Everything around me was so suffocating.
Oh.
That's why I ran away immediately. I really don't like it when people see me like that. I can't even call my mom. My phone wasn't on me when I came to.
I understand.
If it's any reassurance, it seems my friends and I are in the same situation.
Seriously?
That's probably the last thing she wants to hear. And since when were we friends?
Well,
Was there anyone with you when you woke up? Yes, but I didn't get to talk to them before I went into flight mode. Sorry. So this girl was just as clueless as us, and it seems she also passed out on that train. Damn it, what the hell is going on here? Were you the only people in that building, by the way? Miss Kayura is currently introducing us to everyone else. Would you like to join?
Maybe.
I think I want to stay where I am.
Very well.
Very well. When I meet the others, I'll tell them to gather here. That way you won't be alone. Also, if everyone's together, we can discuss our next course of action. Yeah, I'll wait here if it makes things easier for everyone.
Many thanks.
Many thanks, Miss Tolner. Compared to before, she looked a lot calmer. Wolfgang knew how to handle the situation pretty well, or maybe he just knows how to handle people in general. I guess it's admirable. Oh, okay. We walk. Oh, hello. What are you doing over here, man? Bro's just chilling. Ultimate archer, I would assume. A guy was leaning against the ledge with his hands in his pocket.
Nice.
Looks like you found some friends.
Indeed.
Indeed. Why don't you say hello? He looked at us and waved. I resisted the urge to wave back.
Attention!
Have you no manners? Talk to them.
All good.
Alright, my bad. Clearly amused, he stood up straight and faced us.
Don't worry about it.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to act like a dick. Today's just been all over the place for me. Not an excuse, I know.
I suppose.
I suppose we can forgive you if you give us your name. Easy enough.
I'm Desmond Hall. They call me the ultimate marksman.
Okay. Ultimate marksman. That's basically the ultimate archer. Like, come on.
Hear me out.
A marksman, eh? That must mean you're really good at shooting stuff, right? That's right. I have a really good eye for my targets. Guns, bows, slingshots, you name it. I've hit bullseyes with it.
Hold on.
With all those weapons, I must ask. You haven't killed anyone, have you?
Whoa!
Whoa, never! I realize my talent may leave some people on edge, but I only practice on stationary targets. Moving targets are really outside my comfort zone.
Believe me.
Believe me, I've never taken a human life.
I see.
I see. Good to know. For such a serious question, he composed himself pretty quickly. Guess this guy knows how to keep his cool.
So,
Oh, where's your partner? We all had one to my knowledge. Oh, you mean the pirate guy? He was, well, he was fine. Harmless for the most part. Just a little too extreme for me to be around. In situations like this, I prefer to keep to myself. I know that sounds less cooperative, but, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oi!
Wait just a
All right.
second. Huh?
You!
You. Did you just say pirate? It sounds dumb, I know. I wouldn't buy it either if I hadn't spoken to the guy myself. It's gotta be one freaky dude on that train, right? The buff one with the dragon tattoo?
Yup.
Yup, that's your man. He went through the door over there, so... Ha, I gotta see him! You have fun with that. Just saying, the guy's a little out
By
there.
the way,
By the way, Desmond, do you see that girl in the gray uniform over there? I told her I'm going to bring everyone here. I think it's important we discuss the current situation as a group. Would you give her some company while I'm gone?
Easy enough.
Oh, sure thing. The others are an odd bunch, so good luck convincing them. You may act casual, but being the ultimate marksman must have a lot of diligence. Always keeping a steady hand, always thinking on your feet. There's probably a lot to learn from someone like that. Everyone else must be in the building up ahead. Perhaps they're discussing something.
My.
Let's head over and find out, shall we? Alright, we just need to find all the other people. And then we can have our meeting as to what we're gonna do next. Oh my, oh. Quite a lot of people in here. Holy hell, is that a tree? That thing has to be like 60 feet tall or something. A sight to behold, isn't it?
That's not it.
Let's not get too excited. It's only a tree.
no.
It's not even... I'm not even sure we can say that.
could you explain?
Care to elaborate? I don't quite get what you mean. Ava bent down and crushed one of the fallen leaves in her hands. I didn't hear any crunching or tearing.
Interesting.
This is a faux tree.
Impossible!
Impossible! How could someone possibly manufacture a tree of this size?
Look at this.
If it's real, explain why these leaves don't make any noise when I break them. That expression said it all.
Quit it.
Why the hell is there a huge fake tree?
Interesting indeed.
I'd be hard-pressed to find a school with an installation like this. You'd be hard-pressed to find it anywhere. I feel like you'd only see this in a museum or something.
In any case,
This building certainly has a strange aesthetic. That's one way to put it. There's a tree in the center of a large circular room. Surrounding it were a bunch of people I recognize from the train. These must be the others Toshiko was talking about. Counting the two we just met, is this everyone correct? Correct.
What's wrong?
Is something wrong?
You see,
If everyone from our train is car is here, why are the other people who were on the train?
That's...
That's a good point. There were other people, right?
I'm sure.
Of course. The academy said they reserved that train for its students. Yeah, but did you actually see anyone?
Let's see.
I never left our car, but I know Miss Madison did.
Hey?
Huh?
I apologize.
You mentioned leaving for the bathroom, remember? But I left to take a piss like an hour ago.
I see,
remember
I
that.
see.
Oh, right. I passed a bunch of students on my way to the crapper. I didn't talk to them, though.
strange.
They had to have heard the commotion in our car. Why didn't they help us?
Damn.
I'm trying to, like, do the nerd emoji voice for her, because she's got glasses. She is funny. Maybe they were also knocked out?
Anywho,
I doubt it's something we can answer right now. Can I just introduce you to the others already?
I understand.
Yes, we should familiarize ourselves with the people who are currently here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's the only thing we can do right now. Regardless, the whole thing was pretty baffling. The other students on the train passed out. Where are they now? And if they didn't pass out, why did they not help us escape our car? Oh, right, time to talk to some people. Got big muscular guy here. Glad to see you're alright, kid. Of course I'm alright. You gave everyone a scare running away like that. I really thought we could catch you, but... How fortunate that the door came equipped with a lock.
see?
However, it was all worth it. Look at these people I befriended during my exploration.
I hear ya.
I'll give credit where credit's due. You came back with plenty of spoils.
Oi, you.
Oi, I want to talk for a sec.
Huh?
Oh? You're a pirate, right? Shiver me timbers, ahoy matey, that kind of pirate, right?
Pirate?
Hey?
Eh? I'm not a pirate, I'm a ship captain. There's a huge difference. Huh? A ship
I'm
captain?
talking.
You don't need to be so loud. She was just asking a question. Just a question?
Ha!
Ha! For guys like me, that pirate nonsense is a tired stereotype.
Watch it.
Pirates live off stealing and causing trouble. We ship captains are nothing like those lowlives.
Jeez.
If you're not a pirate, then explain the clothes.
Huh?
Huh? Do these look like clothes of a pirate to you? Maybe not a real one, but an exaggerated stereotype for sure.
Please don't.
It's probably best you leave this man alone. I take it he's dealt with our kind before.
My mistake.
I never like to soil the mood, but a man can only stand so much.
I'm real sorry.
Sorry for losing my cool.
Anyway.
Okay, whatever. You said you were a ship captain, right? This guy was acting weird, but I wanted to get more out of him. I never pictured a ship captain receiving an invitation from Eden's Garden Academy. Especially not someone like this guy.
That's right.
That's right. I know the seas like the back of my hand. Every river and waterway within the north and southern waters. I'm the king
I'm
of-
the king of the seas.
Okay.
Hero of the storms. I am Jean de la Mer.
Bro sounds like he's French. Ultimate ship captain. Okay. King of the seas. Hero of the storms? Do people actually call him that, or did he come up with his names? Or did he come up with those names
Is
himself?
that really true?
You know every river and waterway? Is that really true?
I.
Yep, I've studied every map I possibly can. Of course, I haven't actually been everywhere. According to a stingy little thing called Border Patrol, that's known in some parts as trespassing. I may be king of the seas, but I'm not above the law.
Mm,
I suppose that's good enough.
I see.
Either way, it's not like it matters much here. From the looks of it, we're nowhere near the ocean.
Leave it to me.
Fortunately, life as a captain has accustomed me to the unexpected. You lads can trust in me. I will protect you as if you were my own crew.
What now?
Protect? Protect us from what? I suppose from whoever put these wristwatches on us. Then again, there doesn't seem to be anyone else in this place apart from us.
How's that sound?
Guess that means our only obstacle is finding an escape. Not too big of an ask, eh? All we need to do is find where we entered, then voila! Sweet freedom. For such a simple conclusion, he sure was making a big deal out of it.
By the way,
It may interest you to know that people are gathering outside the building Miss Kayura explored. We want everyone together so we can discuss what to do next. Would you like to join?
Good to know.
Always good to keep people on the same wavelength. See you there, mate. That guy's a prick. Not at all what I expected. Funny, he was every bit as dumb as his appearance. What was the Academy thinking, inviting someone like him? Oh my goodness, why? Who is this guy? Or, no, this is the girl, right?
Golly!
What's this? More friends?
Stop.
Let's not go that far. I don't even know your name or talent yet.
Wait just a sec.
Then let me tell you.
Hi, my name is Ingrid Grimwall, and I'm the ultimate blacksmith.
The ultimate blacksmith. He's got a country accent. That will be interesting to replicate. A real blacksmith, eh? Is it anything like how movies depict it? Have you ever made swords out of molten metal? Not just swords, but tools, armor, statues. If you can name it, I can forge it. It's never an easy undertaking, I will admit. Sprained muscles are par for the course, but same way climbing a mountain is painstaking, but reaching the top delivers a high you can never forget. The struggle is all worth it for the outcome. No wonder she's built like an athlete. Her job sounds like non-stop high-intensity exercise. So how is your kind not gone extinct?
Oh,
Ah, extinct? Made redundant by technology.
Can't you see?
Aren't there ways to make specialized weapons without overworking yourself?
well, I don't like to admit it.
Against modern machines, it's true I'm not an equal match. Because I think I'm better than them. Those hunks of metal may look cool, but their creations lack the human touch. You gotta keep things natural, traditional. That's when truly amazing things happen.
Now, would you look at that?
If my creation touches the heart, it's better than anything made by machine. Imperfections be damned.
My.
Oh. Better than machines, huh? People have always told me my skills were impressive, but I'm yet to be compared to a computer or something. How come a blacksmith can receive that sort of acclaim before me?
could you explain?
There's always been a demand for handmade things, especially nowadays. Does your audience skew older by chance? Old folks, movie producers, board game enthusiasts, even the occasional youngin'. These are all people who visit me.
Wowie!
It's great when I can relate to most of my clients. Their excitement is mine. Exactly which clients does she relate to?
Moving on.
In any case, are you the same as us? Were you also kidnapped on that train and taken here?
Oh,
Oh, I wouldn't say kidnapped.
Come again?
What? Did you not black out on that train? No, I did.
Well,
But how else would you describe the situation? Maybe it's a surprise exertion?
hiya!
Better yet, a surprise exam. The people running this program are just putting our abilities to the test.
Take this seriously.
That's stupid. If the academy was that unhinged, no one would continue attending it.
Let's get going!
Well, you know, whatever it is, I'm sure we'll get out of here. Needless optimism isn't a substitute for reason.
By the way,
There's a gathering happening outside the building Miss Kayura explored. Would you like to join? We plan to discuss some very important matters there.
No!
Aren't you nice? I'll get right to it. Don't do anything silly while I'm gone. Whew, man, it's gonna be hard keeping up all these voices. Hello. Oof. So you got all caught up in this too, did you? I remember seeing the 5 of you on that train. You're really ultimate students, huh?
correct.
We wouldn't have been on that train if we weren't. Just making sure. I knew the education sector had low standards, but are they just handing out titles to anyone who asks?
Jeez.
What the hell is your damage? Right, that's it. What's the matter? I know this person. As in personally? Nah, she's the harlot that's been ruining my magazine. Ever since her interview with Rich People's Digest, her stupid success stories have been plastered everywhere. Youngest ever self-made billionaire, pioneer of the agricultural industry, blah. Did I hear that right? This girl we're talking to, is she actually... I'm flattered you've memorized my resume.
Huh?
Your resume? So those things she said weren't an exaggeration?
If I may ask.
This is news to you? Anyone who is anyone knows about Winona. Winona? That would be my name, yes.
Although, many call me the ultimate entrepreneur. Origins aside, it's one good title.
Okay. The ultimate entrepreneur. What does it mean exactly? I don't, like, what does she do? I don't know. No wonder she gave off such an intense aura. This girl probably has enough money to buy an entire country. Still, that doesn't mean I'm gonna let her talk down to me. She has looks, talents, and wealth. She would be a truly auspicious match.
Interesting.
Why would a billionaire need to attend a school like Eden's Garden Academy? I thought it would be an opportunity to make connections with the well-established geniuses of my generation.
Nasty.
Now that I'm aware of the Alax admissions process, I'm leaving the first chance I get. And not because you've been kidnapped. You can't leave. Destiny has decreed that I must guide you towards a most wondrous romance.
Nope.
I'm not really interested in that. I'd rather receive financial reparations from the academy. At the very least, let me be your steed. With my divine foresight, I shall lead your legal battle to victory. After I fell asleep in that train car, someone must have carried me out and dumped me next to the tree here. She doesn't have a last name on it, it's just Winona.
Sheesh.
I wonder if that's being kept hidden for some reason. Why did no one stop them? Were there no precautions in place? Bro, I cannot read, man. Okay. Were there no precautions in place to stop someone from manhandling a student? I'd say it was extreme ineptitude on the school's end, but since it appears I'm not the only victim.
What a joke.
Well, that makes things all the more sinister. If she thinks someone carried her here, it's plausible, I guess. They could have transported us. They could have transported us from the train by vehicle, then carried us in. When you woke up, was there anyone with you?
Honestly?
Yep. But she was weird, so I left her. You're a walking stereotype.
You see?
We know about as much as you do. If I must have been walking around and talking to the other students that were on the train.
Let's see.
The rest of them are congregating outside. Once we meet everyone, maybe we'll be able to figure out what's going on.
By the way...
Hey, why don't you join them? I think I'll take you up on that offer. Such a relief that one of you actually had something useful to say. That girl's a piece of work, but given the recent happenings, she's not worth the stress. More importantly, what's happened to us is too much for a single pair of hands. Someone had to sneak onto, maybe even hijack that train, plant a chemical agent, and then carry everyone they knocked out. There's gotta be more than one person behind this, a group maybe. The question becomes who and why. I wonder if they've got their own version of Monokuma for this game. Oh, still so many characters to go through.
Yo! I'm Cassidy Amber, the ultimate pro
Yo!
gamer. Don't forget it, Kay.
Oh my goodness. That's gonna be a voice to replicate.
Very nice.
Jumping right into an introduction. I like it.
Yep.
Making good first impression is key to grabbing the attention of your viewers. Especially if you have over 20 million of them. Gotta earn that watch time.
Is that really true?
20 million? Is gaming really that popular?
Duh.
It's not just gaming, it's pro gaming.
Yo!
Facing off against opponents in front of a large audience. With prestige and prizes on the line, the stakes can't get any higher. While her talent is pretty frivolous, her attitude towards video game competition is somewhat impressive. Sort of like how I feel about debating.
Question.
Oh, question.
Hello?
What is it?
Hmm.
Do you guys know if this place has internet? I promised my comrades my streaming schedule wouldn't change after starting school. So I'm kind of freaking
Come
out.
again?
Your comrades?
Hey, hey!
Cassidy's comrades. They're the biggest fan community on the internet. You must mean her followers, being a streamer and all. It would definitely explain that ad.
Curious.
You must be very wealthy then. I've heard that popular streamers earn a lot of money, especially from subscriber donations. Subscriber donations?
Indeed.
There are many stories about young men falling prey to the infamous tiered subscription. They are rendered forever unmarriageable. Such a shame. Ooh, I kind of feel bad for any streamers playing this game. Yeah, their whole audience just got destroyed right there. How many suckers have you swindled? With such a large fan base, you must be raking in the dough. What the heck?
The hell?
What's wrong with your face?
I see how it is.
I see how it is. You think the only motivation is money, don't ya?
Eh?
Well, duh. Why else would you be a streamer?
Bourgeoisie scum.
Typical What? Typical that word, scum. Whoa. I stream for the betterment of the human race. As the leader of Cassidy's comrade, it is my duty to redistribute most of my earnings to the masses. You mean you give away all your money?
Yep.
I do tons of expensive and generous stunts on my channel. Most of it is for charity, but sometimes it's for random subscribers.
My genius is almost frightening.
One time, I bought a spaghetti factory and donated it to a public school. Those kids will never have to pay for lunch again. They've probably gotten sick of eating pasta every day.
Right!
All of these giveaways are streamed too. They're really popular, so I get a tons of views and donations from them.
Impressive.
Impressive. You've managed to commodify the act of charity. Of course, I gotta reserve some money for basic necessities. A truckload of chocolate soda being one.
Duh!
But it's not a problem for a person like me to have money, since I earn it through my own hard work.
So unfair.
The real problems are the swine who make billions every year. Even though all they do is sit around, drink cocktails, and stare at their stock profile.
Bourgeoisie scum.
In fact, I even detect the rancid stench of a morally bankrupt billionaire in this very academy. I bet they're plotting to profit off our suffering as we speak. This girl is honestly pretty deranged, though that might be why she has such a large audience. Regardless, it doesn't explain why someone like her was invited to Eden's Garden Academy.
Anywho.
As wary as I am of future confrontations between you and the more affluent students, I suggest you head over to the building I investigated. We've been telling other people to gather there. Alright, it was nice meeting y'all. Oh, this guy is cool. I like him. He's got a cool design.
Come on!
Come on, man, just say something. Come on, please, pretty please. That guy's literally just beat you, Mike.
So harsh.
So harsh. All I wanted was your name.
Hi.
Hey. Ah!
It figures.
Oh, it's more people.
How's it slipping and sliding?
Hey there.
Oi!
What's the matter with him? I don't know. I've spent ages trying to get this guy's name, but he won't say anything.
Simple.
If he's being a weirdo about it, just ignore him. Who are you anyway? Who am I?
My name's Jet Dawson, Ultimate Drag Racer. Nice to meet you, shrimp.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense actually. A drag racer. Given his outfit, that comes as no surprise. Aren't you warm in that suit? Are you confused? There's a fan inside the back of my helmet that emits cool air, kind of like the fans in car seats that cool your butt.
Let's rock and roll.
Isn't that super rad? The way he yells every word, he could make anything sound like a big deal. Only issue is, they don't extend to the rest of my suit.
Get a grip.
And stop wearing the suit. I'll walk around naked? I meant wear different clothes.
So,
You should also have an ultimate talent, correct?
well,
Would you mind sharing it? Come on, man. Come on, man.
My name's Mark Bursky. I produce music.
Okay. So a music producer? Yeah. Hey, ultimate music producer. That makes sense, seeing as he has the headphones.
It's nothing.
But, it's mostly bad remixes and stuff.
My man.
No, man, your music is wicked good.
Really?
You know my songs?
Not a chance.
Nope. Do I even have to? You're the ultimate music producer. That just about says it all.
Moving on.
I assume you two also woke up in this place, right? You have any idea what might be going on?
Yeah.
Nah, this whole shebang did come out of the blue, but...
Let me think.
To be honest, it feels more like an extreme haunt. Do you know what that is? No, I don't.
Figures.
Figures? You don't look the type.
Hey,
You
Meaning...
following?
Anyway, extreme haunts are really intense horror attractions. Think a haunted house crossed with a survival horror game.
Oh boy.
Staff will chuck you in underground tunnel systems, trap you in coffins, anything to scare you. I'm pretty good with the coffins, not so much the tunnels.
that's not important.
What's this got to do with us?
Catch my drift?
You see, there's a couple of places that are known for starting their haunt with a simulated kidnapping. Eh?
For real?
To make it feel as real as possible, they'll even take you when you least expect it. The thing is, they can't just jump anybody. You gotta consent first. The hell? I never agreed to being kidnapped.
Come off the grass.
Extreme haunts, eh? People know better than to involve me in that crap.
Well,
Maybe we consented to our kidnapping without realizing?
Eh?
Huh? For example, the letters we received from the academy. Is it possible those invitations were actually consent forms in disguise?
Really?
Don't tell me you actually believe this guy.
correct.
Given what we've seen so far, I'd wager anything is possible. Is that really what's happening here? In accepting that letter asking me to join Eden's Garden Academy, did I unknowingly agree to this crap?
Eh,
Well, that's just a theory. We won't know what's going on until we explore some more.
In any case,
I know some people might be interested in your theory. They're gathering by the courtyard outside. You can join them if you want.
adios.
Sure thing. Let's go, Mark. Though he looked less than enthused, he let the drag racer take him by the arm and lead him away. Could it really be possible? Were the letters we received actually consent forms in disguise? Is this some kind of messed up attraction? What does that say about Eden's Garden Academy? Is it part of a rage? Fraud? Is Eden's Garden Academy even real? I should know better than to think nonsense things like that. The academy was fake. Someone would have already blown its cover. More likely that this is happening unbeknownst to the academy. Okay, 3 more people. Let's go, baby.
Oops.
Oops, I'm really sorry for hurting your feelings. I'll give your content a try. Who knows? I might really like it.
man.
Meh, if you didn't like me from the start, you're never gonna like me. Hey, you two.
Way.
Huh?
Over here.
Oh, crap, the new guy over here. What? You boarded the train before things went all crazy, right? Check it out, me and the new guy together again.
Stop.
Stop acting like we're friends. I don't even know you.
You're just messing with me.
That's a joke, right? What is? You know, the thing you just said.
Hey.
Maybe you've heard my name before. Does Kai Montego? Does Kai Montego ring a bell?
Hey.
Come on, Kai Montego? Something of an artist? Something of an entrepreneur?
Very funny.
He's an influencer. A really big influencer. Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
Ouch.
Ouch, right in the ego.
I thought I already lost all faith in
Okay.
humanity before coming to this dump. But
Why is he crying? Ultimate influencer? Ooh. You don't recognize the... Must be nice. You do?
Yes.
Guy's the cancer of the internet. You disagree with him on one thing and he'll sick his army of underage followers on you. He's a dictator with a trendy fit.
another day, another drama.
Dictator? Sheesh. You naysayer types are always so overdramatic.
Whatever.
Don't listen to her, new guy. This chick's just recycling other people's propaganda.
Are you done yet?
You're one to talk. Check yourself in the mirror before crying propaganda.
See that?
Yeah, huh? I see you're no stranger to photo editing. I'm kinda impressed. No one would ever guess you had the face of a horse. and the tears returned as quickly as they vanished. I'm not sure what I expected an influencer to be like in person, but this was definitely not it.
Don't be mean.
Hey, leave Kai alone! You may not be the nicest person in the room, but can't you see you're hurting his feelings?
Ugh.
He can get over it.
Anyway,
what about you?
Hmm.
Can you give me your name and talent?
Oh.
Oh, sure.
I'm Diana Venecia, your local cosmetologist. If you're ever in need of a makeover, I'll work my magic. Just ask.
Cosmetologist. I would assume that's some makeup thing, right?
come again?
Is that it? You're just a makeup artist?
For your information.
Not just a makeup artist, the makeup artist. What?
Indeed.
Diana is the best beautician in Hollywood. She's relatively new to the public sphere, but word of her talent has been dominating social media. Enough to pique the interest of the entertainment elite. How every A-list celebrity is scrambling to hire her. I see. This is your not... Ooh. I see. This is not your first time talking about her. I am simply quoting my friends. They are all on Diana's waiting list. I'm sure.
Anybody?
Well, why isn't it a shock that this guy doesn't recognize her? What about me?
How humiliating.
Why do you care what he thinks? Isn't the demographic for people like you largely teenage girls?
Hell no!
My stuff is for everyone. I'm inclusive like that. Okay, that's it. Let's break it up. Diana, could you and Kai go to the courtyard outside? We're trying to get everyone together there.
No worries.
Alright, see you later. But none of you guys like me either. A makeup artist and an influencer. Were this any other academy, I wouldn't bat an eye. The Ultimate Talent Program is a shell of itself. It'll hand out ultimate titles to anyone who asks. But Eden's Garden Academy said it was above that. It said it prioritized academic talent. Now it thinks I'm on par with those two? Man, I don't know what this man's talking about. Hello. Boy who was silently observing the space around him and jotting things down in a notebook.
Hello?
Hey, you. What the? Bro fell asleep.
The hell?
What the hell? Sorry. Sorry, I dozed off for a bit there.
A cause for concern.
You have terrible eye bags. Have you not been getting enough sleep? Getting knocked out on that train was the most sleep I've gotten in a week. Thankfully, that little girl woke me up before I wasted too much time. If I'd known better, I wouldn't have. Your terrible sleep schedule has diminished your already meager natural beauty. The guy paused for a few seconds, then began furiously scribbling in his notebook. Interesting. A boy with a snake tie, a girl with a white uniform, a man with a dapper suit.
Oi, you!
Oi, what are you doing?
Excuse me.
A very loud woman with a visor. Are you writing about us? I make sure to record all my daily happenings. There's no way I'd remember it all otherwise. In some fashion, note-taking is just one of my many responsibilities.
My name is Ulysses Wilhelm, and I'm the ultimate historian.
Wilhelm.
Please make note of that for future reference.
Okay, Mr. Wilhelm.
Impressive.
Interesting. A fellow scholar, much like myself.
Jeez.
Wait, what was he the ultimate historian? Shouldn't an ultimate historian be good at memorizing stuff?
Yes.
Yes, I'm perfectly proficient at remembering historical facts. This notebook is just for more frivolous information. Stuff like shopping lists, classmate birthdays, when to brush my teeth.
Filthy.
Such excellent memory wasted on menial trivia. Probably couldn't even remember the date of your wedding anniversary unless you wrote it down.
Unfortunately.
I think that's the same for most men.
So...
Ooh. Oh, what do you do as the ultimate historian? As of now, I work at the Padawamic River Museum in Anacomaca.
And so on and so on.
I direct one of the exhibits there, the Cold War era. When I'm not giving tours, I'm studying primary source documents in my office. No wonder you can't get any sleep. You can stay awake while reading all those boring history books. There's definitely something wrong with you. History isn't for everyone, I'm aware, but it's important knowledge nevertheless. Those who fail to learn from history are doomed to sound stupid when arguing on the internet.
No.
That's not how the saying goes. It isn't, but I updated it to coincide with more modern values. I thought it was funny.
Right.
Humor is subjective. That is kind of funny though. Anywho, people have begun gathering outside.
See?
The plan is to discuss our next course of action. Would you please join them?
Sleepy.
Yes, right. Thank you, miss. He hurriedly fumbled through the pages of his notebook. Toshiko Kayura. Did you just seriously forget my name? This is the most egregious offense. Take solace in the fact that I am a mere matchmaker and not your romantic partner.
According to my notes.
In a large world, run by even larger ideas, small things can be easily overlooked. Landing herself indignantly, Toshiko stormed off. Did we follow her? Yeah, this guy we just met probably won't. Well done. We've exchanged formalities with everyone here. Did we meet up with the others and formulated a plan of action?
I am an ultimate!
On our honor as ultimates, we will not be confined any longer. What a dramatic kid. The others should be gathered by the courtyard outside. That's where I should head next. Okie dokie. Oh man, keeping all those voices up is gonna be tiring, but you know, I'll try. The other 11 students were gathered in the center of the courtyard, nervously discussing the situation. So, any clue what's going on here?
What if...
We're being pranked, 100%. This would be a really elaborate prank.
No, seriously.
Some people have the money for it. Whatever it is, I'm killing the prick who's responsible. Unsurprisingly, they didn't seem to be getting anywhere.
Excuse me.
This is off topic, but I don't believe I ever asked your name, loud woman advisor.
Remember the name.
It's Grace, you wanker. And your surname, please? Madison. Grace Madison, the ultimate golfer. Huh? How do you know that? You said it in that dining hall, remember?
That's problematic.
I don't recall you being there for our introductions.
However,
maybe she was eavesdropping?
I would never!
Eavesdropping? I would never. I simply happened to overhear your conversation is all. In other words, she was eavesdropping. Hey, could we take a step back for a second? What was this about a dining hall? It's inside the building over there. Is there a kitchen too?
Man.
They got anything locale? I'm starving.
Attention!
Be patient, will you? Introductions are still underway. Okay, but you have to speed run them.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Wait, what's your voice again? Gaming references from someone else? The universe has been thrown out of balance. Ahem. Along with Madison Grace, we have the mighty and prestigious Wolfgang Akire. He's well known as the ultimate lawyer. Yes, that is correct.
Hey, hey!
Oh, hey, lawyer man.
Lawyer man?
Lawyer man. Is that your name for me?
Yep.
Yep. It's either that or Wolfie. Do you like Wolfie more?
I must decline.
Stay with what you already have.
hi.
A lawyer? Wow. So nice to meet you. Next up, we have... Toshiko turned and squinted at me. His name seems to be escaping me. Perhaps you might know Wolfgang Grace?
I'm not too familiar.
I have no idea. I don't know his name. He told me. I'm pretty sure it's Mark, right? My bad. I've got a habit of mixing you sort of guys together. Wait, what are you waiting for? Tell us your name already. Damon Maitsu, ultimate debater.
A debater?
A debater?
Ooh.
Ooh, so like a bargain bin lawyer?
Hey.
That's... Grace Madison, Wolfgang Akira, Damon Maitsu. Who else is left?
Hiya.
Come on, darling, you can do it.
See?
Yes, share your name. Ava.
Oof.
Just Ava?
Just like my video games.
Just like a spy? Ava Cindy Sudaka. That's a very pretty name.
Would you look at that?
Fittingly elegant, isn't it? But let's not get off topic. What's your talent, Ava?
That's...
Now that she's mentioned it, I'm pretty sure you never told me your talent. What's up with that? I told you mine. It's only fair you tell me yours. Ultimate liar. Ultimate liar? Why is that even a talent? Ultimate liar? That's so funny. So, like, what's your actual talent?
Deal with it.
That's it.
Uh...
What?
Good to know.
Didn't know lying was something you could be best at. You learn something new every day.
Are you for real?
You actually believe her? How was someone supposed to make a career out of lying?
Now.
Easy. Get a job in marketing.
It's the truth.
It's just what I am.
How can that be?
Is that supposed to be your explanation?
But
But that's... I mean, if you're the best at lying, how are we supposed to believe anything you say? As he sputtered those last few words, we all turned to Ava expectantly. That was when it happened. Ding dong, ding dong.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Oh no.
Can everyone hear me?
Monokuma?
Yes? Great.
Why does he sound like that?
Good morning, my amicable student friends. First off, allow me to apologize. I realize the ride here was a bumpy one, especially for ultimates such as yourselves.
Okie dokie.
Expect things to be different within these halls. Yes,
Oh, no.
it is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you all to Eden's Garden Academy. May this be the beginning of a wondrous journey.
Doubt it.
Did he just say we're at Eden's Garden Academy?
No.
He can't be.
You think?
No kidding. This place looks nothing like a school.
Stop talking so loud.
I'm talking so loud. I want to hear this. Oh man, what are we talking? I'm sure you're on the edge of your seats waiting for a proper orientation. But there's one more thing to do before we can meet face to face. It won't take very long. All I ask is that you enter the building across from me. From there, we can begin preparations for a formal introduction. Until then, farewell!
I must take note of this.
That was certainly interesting.
Whack.
Couldn't agree more. Whack.
Somebody explain.
You think he's the person that brought us here?
You following?
Yo, what if he set up the sleeping gas on the train?
bit complicated.
In that travel bag? How do you reckon he snuck it on?
Guys.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're not going to skip that part he said about the building, are we? He wants us to go inside. What do you think? Should we?
Hell no!
Hell no, I'm not waltzing right in there just for me to die or something. Die? You think we're going to be harmed?
Hold on.
If our captors wanted to kill us, we'd already be dead. What would be the point in killing us now? Reactions, I guess? I don't know, I'm not a psychopath.
How should I put it?
If it calls for it, what if we walk in together as one big group? When you know someone is looking out for you, things can be a lot less scary. Aye, she's got a point. The only way we can regress is if we face the problem head on.
Soybean.
Easier said than done, soybean. I suppose that makes sense, but isn't it a bit too naive? There's nothing wrong with a bit of optimism. Optimism from time to time. Let's try it, okay? Alright. We gathered around the entrance, none of us willing to be the first to walk through. Eventually, I mustered enough willpower to open the doors. Monokuma, Monokuma, Monokuma. Monokuma, Monokuma. What's with this room? Wait. What? Someone's dead already? In front of me lay the battered, bloody body of a young woman. Huh? Tearing up, man.
What?
Oh, is that girl dead? Oh, Why is there a dead body? What happened?
There's no way.
Is this another student?
Holy!
What? Dining hall people. You were in this building before. Tell us what's going on.
Dude!
Yeah, why didn't you mention this other girl?
The hell?
The hell? I never even saw her.
Really?
Huh? You were there too, bargain bin. Don't even. There's a floor below us. That's where I woke up.
Very funny.
And you missed a whole person? Yeah, right.
Hell no!
You saw her. You must have seen her. Come on, just admit it. Stop pressing me for an answer, you.
Hold on.
I can corroborate. What is that word, man? I can corroborate Damon's story. There was never a body. Miss Madison and I walked through this exact hallway and saw nothing.
I wasn't expecting
So
this.
between your time you left and you returned, this girl was murdered? You think she was murdered? Well, I don't know for sure, but what happened to her? Does that really look self-inflicted?
Oh, shit.
So there's a killer running loose? I don't recall hearing anything when I was waiting outside. Desmond can back me up, right?
Shit.
She's right. There were no screams and no one left the building. So the killer's still inside? As more panic shouts filled the corridor, Eva silently walked over to the body. Oi, what are you doing? Ignoring Grace's questions, he crouched down beside the dead girl and poked her in the face.
What the?
What the?
You.
What is wrong with you? Stop that!
Strange.
It's not real.
Eh?
Eh? This girl.
Hmm.
It's just a dummy. A dummy?
How?
Nuh-uh, that's definitely a real body.
You're crazy.
Didn't you just say you were a liar? Why should we believe you?
It's the truth.
You don't believe me? Inspect it yourself. If no one else is offering, I can do it. Wait, him?
Are we ready?
Well, how does that sound to everyone? He turned to look at each of us. I had my reservations, but when his gaze met mine, my lips instantly sealed shut. The look he gave me, it was unexpectedly intense.
Okay.
Yes, you can do it. The pirate casually approached the body and knelt beside it. And just like Ava...
Damned!
Would you look at that? She's right. It is a dummy.
For real?
For real?
Say what?
How did she know it was fake?
You see?
My intuition. Also, a corpse would smell. This doesn't smell.
Dude, no!
As if. Could you be any more suspect?
That ain't it.
Not just that. There's something under the dummy.
Huh?
Huh? What is it? A tablet. Ian rose from the ground and turned around to face us. Sure enough, he was holding a tablet. It was slid under the dummy. There's no blood on it as far as I can tell. Nice hiding place. I wouldn't have noticed it if I hadn't taken a closer look. Gives the impression I was supposed to, don't it?
For real?
Yeah. What's on that tablet? Let me turn it on. Monokuma! He pressed the button, then walked over and held the tablet out for us to see. Oh. I don't remember where that is. After a few seconds, the loading symbol vanished. In its place was a photo of a girl. Ultimate Teacher's Aid? What is this? However, the tablet hadn't finished loading. Just after that image, the victim was Kara Koskinen, the Ultimate Teacher's Aide. He was stabbed in the torso 28 times. The victim also suffered chemical burns to the head, and most notable burns to her eyes and scalp. Cause of death is blood loss. Time of death is unknown. It reads like a body report. First, a dead body that's revealed to be a dummy. Now a body report? What the hell is going on? Jeez, took you long enough to find that tablet. Ahem. Long ago, a heinous murder was committed, and the victim so happened to be an ultimate, much like yourselves. What? Before you is a perfect reconstruction of the crime scene, as well as an effigy of the victim with the appropriate injuries. It was quite emotionally draining to craft that dummy. It served as a strong reminder of what was lost. You were such a nice girl. So much potential lost to violence. What is this man playing at? Anyway, it is your responsibility to figure out the details of her death. Surrounding area, the murder weapon. The surrounding area, the murder weapon, how she reacted in her final moments, etc. Oh, but don't worry about finding the murderer's identity. He's already right in front of you. See that gray man in the tablet screen? Yup, that's our guy. Please investigate the crime scene and gather as many clues as you can. After a certain period of time, you will be asked to present your findings to me. Believe me, it's in your best interest to pull your full effort into this. Have fun, everyone.
Not okay!
Investigation? What the hell?
Back off.
Enough of this already. I don't want any part in this. Stop telling me what to do. Grace grabbed a large chunk of rock from the floor and ran over to the speaker. Screaming an obscenity, she pulled her hand as far back as she could.
Brutal!
No way! Was it the watch? Trying to destroy private property? That's a zap.
Fuck you! Holy!
Is he for real? Is this school really trying to make us solve an old murder?
Don't say that!
Hold on, you guys. You can't just believe everything that strange man claims. Why would Eden's Garden Academy, any academy for that matter, do something like this? Even if I tried to, the Ultimate Talent Program would have stopped them. I wouldn't underestimate the school board executives. Money can get to people's heads and make them take risks they shouldn't. The academy said it was unique. Maybe this is their version of an entrance exam.
What a joke.
They're so obsessed with being different from the competition, they've forgotten what people want. More like they've forgotten how to be sane.
What did you say?
Would the UTP really be okay with this?
Think about it this way.
Seems pretty counterintuitive. Everyone would want to quit their enrollment after this. And Sue.
I'm talking.
If this is the work of a separate group, why are they using the academy's name? As a way to hide their own, maybe? They might have even kidnapped us because we're attending Eden's Garden Academy.
So...
Explain. Well, what if they knew we had to board a train? Would explain why we passed out. They boarded the train before us and planted the bag with a gas.
There's gotta be something.
Because this happened on the train to the academy, they could claim they are the academy.
If I may ask.
If everyone keeps saying they, isn't it the speaker man who kidnapped us?
That's not it.
It obviously wasn't just him. Using a train, bringing 16 people to an unknown location, that takes a team to do. Of course, that raises another glaring question. Why us? Why have we been brought into this? Is it because we're ultimates? It's not like anyone's specialty. It's not like anyone's specialty is detective work. It just doesn't add up. I think I will let the rest of you handle this. I doubt I'm needed in this grotesque situation. I'll just be on my way. Yeah, that's okay. Actually, can I come with? I'd feel super bad leaving you alone. Oh.
Sure.
Sure, I suppose.
You can do it.
Good luck solving the mystery, everyone. I know you can do it. On that note, Diana and Toshiko walked away in the direction of the room with the kitchen.
Oh.
Huh?
Don't get close.
I'm going with them. Screw this. Kai took off down the hallway like his life depended on it. He's better than us.
I don't know.
I don't know about all this. Will that man really let us go if we investigate?
Stay calm.
We won't know if we continue standing around like this. For now, all we can do is take the risk and do as he says. He's right. I need to brace myself and follow the directions I've been given. As of now, it's my only way to learn more information about my current situation. I can only hope that this ordeal will be over soon. Investigate. Get some bangers on. Before I do anything else, I should go back over to that tablet. Hey. The victim is Kara Koskinen, the ultimate teacher's aide. He was stabbed in the torso 28 times. The victim also suffered chemical burns to the head. Most notable burns are to her eyes and scalp. Cause of death is blood loss. Time of death is unknown. A lot going on here. Chemical burns in addition to 28 stab wounds? Yo, it's a reference to Detroit Become Human. Jesus, I don't want to believe anything the speaker guy says. This murder really is based on true events. Damn, killer's totally sick in the head. Tablet has been added. Oh yeah, blah blah blah. Alright, let's go, baby. Okay, step 1 of any investigation. You gotta talk with everyone else. See what they gotta say. They can have some evidence.
Oh boy.
Did you catch the look on Kai's face before he ran away? Dude was about to puke.
Yeah.
Guess the whole thing got the better of him.
For real?
Yeah, it's a really gruesome sight. I swear on my dragster that I've never seen anything like it.
You get me?
I mean, I don't make a habit of running into dead bodies, but still, you know?
I know.
At the end of the day, it's just some puppet. Can't be any worse than a Halloween decoration. Where have you been trick-or-treating? Wolf Creek Crater? A discovery like this will traumatize anyone. Well, almost anyone. I'm fairly thick-skinned. He's clearly not in the right headspace for an investigation. I should just ignore him. What? Okay, this guy. So this is based on a real case? I barely know the girl and yet I feel horrible. I had my fair share of grievances, but nothing like what she would endure. I'd do anything to get back to my ship, even if I had to live through a never-ending storm. Joan seems to be missing out at sea. I guess I can't blame him. I want to be anywhere but here right now.
I just want to go
I
home.
can't believe this is happening. It's just a dummy. It'll all be fine. Clearly having a moment, not something I want to deal with right now. Hello, sleepy guy. Ulysses was scribbling something down in his
I
note.
must take note of this.
Curious, corporate television can barely create convincing corpses. How does one wind up here? What does that mean? Finished what he was writing and lowered the book from his face.
According to my notes.
You see, convincingly realistic mannequins like this one are real but rare. It's cheaper, albeit clunkier, to recreate a body using special effects. That's obviously not the case here. Somehow, we have a mannequin indistinguishable from a real human. Our captors must not be tight on money.
Yes.
It could produce an amazing TV show, certainly. Okay. And it's just saying stuff. Now, why are you all the way out here, Mark? What are you doing?
Hi.
Hey, are you investigating? I'll take that as a no. Alright, here we go. Now we're back to investigation. Our captors gave us a lot of information about this victim. To their credit, what's written on the tablet seems to be accurate, but I should inspect the body just in case. Damn, it's just a doll, Damon. Stop hesitating. The doll was slumped against the door, her torso soaked in blood. Parts of her shirt had been ripped open, exposing bits of bloody, indiscernible pulp. I quickly took a step back, trying to control my breathing to avoid throwing up. It's just a doll. There's no reason to be afraid of a doll. I want to take a look at this gun, bro. Why is there a gun here? The initial sight of the doll shocked me so much, I completely overlooked this rifle. Inspecting it now, I realized something. If the victim was stabbed, why was a rifle near her body? That rifle. Could you step back a bit? I'm curious about something.
No.
What? No, Before I could finish my sentence, Jean walked over to where I was and picked up the gun.
Hey.
Hey, you're messing with the crime scene. Ignoring me, he released the magazine of the gun with surprising ease. Huh? From the top of the magazine protruded a loaded bullet. Huh, that's interesting. This rifle hasn't even been used. Definitely a dangerous thing to have around. I'll put it down and guard it so nobody gets any smart ideas. Better than him holding it. Damn, a loaded gun? What was going on in the killer's head? Why bring a gun to the crime scene and not even use it? Unless that gun was purely for intimidation? Not very logical, but it'd be a twisted game to play with the victim. Right, and then the knife. A bloody knife lay next to the victim. It's safe to say that this must be the murder weapon. Simple. The girl had been stabbed repeatedly. I don't need the tablet to know that. However, her cause of death, you'd think it was a stab to the heart or something, but the tablet claimed blood loss. Taking a closer look at the wounds, it didn't seem excessively deep. At least not deep enough to pierce her heart. She died from blood loss. What does that say about the killer? They probably could have killed her quickly if they wanted to. Did they want her to suffer a slow death? Damn, this is messed up. Okay. Is that it? My nerves are telling me to leave, but I know better than to listen. Hayes, what am I missing? Huh? Oh, hands. Okay. Her hands were surprisingly clean, all things considered. There were no other marks or injuries apart from her nails. It looked like there were dried blood underneath them. Why was there blood under her nails, but not on the rest of her hand? Victim's hand. That seemed to be all the evidence. Nothing else was catching my eye. I should check the inside of the closet now. Yep. Now I'm gonna go in. Oh, all the other boys are here. Hey, let's go. Like the rest of the building, the inside of the closet was old and dilapidated. It was the last place I'd want to dig through. But I had to gather as much evidence as possible. Otherwise, I won't be able to present a strong argument. And let's talk to the people first.
Check it out!
Hey, check out what's behind this door! Saying that, she stepped away from the corner.
Right.
It's a ladder. Doesn't seem like there's anything strange about it. Why was this brought to my attention again?
Dude, not cool.
I'm disappointed in you. Huh?
So hackneyed!
You call that thing a ladder? It's so obviously a stepladder.
Seriously?
Aren't they practically the same thing?
Pardon me.
I have to agree with Miss Amber. Everyone knows an ace investigator must record his evidence as accurately as possible. That's certainly what the victim would want. Buh, a guy that doesn't get my reference is no fun to be around. I'm gonna check on the peeps outside. Smell you later, lawyer man. She's already out of here? Did she even investigate anything besides that stupid ladder? Okay. Dr. Nerd emoji. There might be some more clues around here. I'm going to check this entire closet for evidence. No thanks. A person like her is probably more likely to cause a murder, not solve one. Alright, have fun with that. I need to inspect the area around me before I think about moving to the back of the room. Yeah, let me talk to Wolfgang.
It's for the best.
We must make every effort to examine the crime scene as thoroughly as possible. Not for the sake of entertaining the people who kidnapped us, but for the sake of the victim. After all, this was based on a real murder, was it not? That was what the tablet said, though I'm still skeptical about the validity of that statement. I can't read! That bucket? It's a bucket, pretty typical thing to find inside a janitor's closet. But why is it randomly lying here? There's nothing inside it except... What does this smell? Smell like bleach? Oh, that's why she has chemical wounds on her head. Because they threw bleach on her for some reason. What the heck? There we go. The shelf was packed with an assortment of towels. I briskly inspected them, lifting each towel to check for anything underneath. Many had gathered dust. That was it. Nothing looked suspicious about them. Cool. There's a clock above the door. Doesn't seem like it works. Looks like that's everything around here. I should check out the end of the room. Back of the closet. And here's everyone else. Knocked everyone first. That security camera. It's brand new. Now that she's mentioned it, it does look out of place. You think it would have gathered dust like the other items in here? Did it recently get cleaned or something? No company's headquarters have similar ones installed, or my company's headquarters. Except these cameras are even more high-tech. Typical school, spending more on security than educating your students. That's assuming this is even the academy's doing.
Gotta stay one step ahead.
I checked all the containers on the shelf. They're all full, with the exception of one. A bottle of bleach.
Huh?
Bleach? Huh, there was a bucket in this closet that reeked of it.
Makes sense.
That's probably not a coincidence, given this thing is supposed to emulate a real crime scene. Crazy how much effort has been put into this. I can't think too much about what kind of situation we're in, or I'll never be able to handle it. And the blacksmith?
Golly!
These shelves are really intriguing. Take a look. Some of the cleaning brands go as far back as the 80s and 90s. You recognize them? Because I use them. Why would you do that?
How should I put it?
Old chemicals do the job better, since there were few regulations about what's poisonous and all that. Just don't ask where I got them. Don't want to alert the fuzz. I'm sure they don't care about their black market cleaning supplies. Okay, and that's about it besides this camera. It's another surveillance camera. Is the guy on the speaker watching us through it? Just the thought made my stomach turn. Alright everyone, that's time. Look at you all. You investigated the crime scene so well. It's enough to bring a tear to my eye. Jokes aside, please meet by the elevator for the class trial. You should find it somewhere around the Tree of Ignorance. Don't make me wait too long. I might start getting zap happy. See you soon. Class trial? What the hell does that mean? Sounds like that's the end of our investigation.
Let's see.
If we're done with this closet, we should go outside and talk to the others. Okay then, we're just hopping straight into a class trial, boys.
Come off the grass.
Oi, what the hell is a class trial? Your guess is as good as mine.
Duh.
Obviously, we're going to court.
What?
Court?
What?
Going to put us on trial?
Listen to me.
Maybe that's where I'll talk about the clues we found?
Just saying.
Makes sense for our current situation. Investigation, clues, files. What else could that stuff be for?
Well put.
Good point. It does seem oddly similar to court procedures. Obviously, we're missing key suspects and witnesses. They don't seem to be relevant in this case anyway.
Wait a minute.
You mentioned that this elevator was near the Tree of Ignorance, right? You must be referring to the room with the tree.
Focus.
Probably, yeah. It's the only thing I can think of. However, I don't recall seeing an elevator anywhere.
Just follow me.
And what are we waiting for? Let's get our butts over there. She keeps treating this like a dumb game. If we're really going on trial, that's gonna be a nuisance to deal with.
Okay.
We might as well follow her. One by one, everyone left. I guess I have no choice but to go as well. Alright. So we won't be like throwing people out of it? Like this isn't like a proper class trial like Danganronpa. Interesting. I guess it's more like a tutorial then. And to introduce the characters. Oh, the elevator's on the tree. When I arrived at the tree, I saw that people were already bickering.
Check it out!
A big tree, Eden's Garden Academy, overused religious symbolism is tight. I really hope we get let out after this.
Oi, you!
Can you confirm, liar chick? Why are you asking her?
Come off the grass.
Come off the grass. She's clearly faking her talent.
Am I hearing you right?
And that makes her one of the bad guys? Would want to fake their identity besides someone with a secret to hide. I bet she's the one who brought that gas bomb onto the train.
Really?
You didn't need to bring a mask to avoid passing out or whatever?
If no one else is gonna say it.
If all you need was a mask to protect you, then. Hey, don't look at me. I literally passed out. This helmet's got plenty of holes in it. I'd suffocate otherwise.
I've got something to say.
No, the liar chick's totally sus. Just look at how calm she's been acting. Sus? Why the Among Us reference? She somehow knew that dead body was a dummy. Then she poked it in the face? That's not normal.
Deal with it.
I told you, it was my intuition.
Ugh.
Intuition, my
Hold
butt.
your horses.
It's not unbelievable. My gut told me we should inspect the doll. Now look at us. We're on a mission to solve her murder.
Any clue?
What's this elevator supposed to be again? That's right, there mustn't be an elevator around here. But all I see is the Tree of Ignorance. Maybe we're missing something here. Or maybe we're being played for fools. It has to do with the statue, right? That makes sense. At the base of the tree was a marble bust depicting a figure in a creepy mask. There were cracks all over the mask, and one of the eyes was even missing. How old must this thing
What
be?
you doing?
You noticed the statue too, don't you?
Huh?
Huh? Oh yeah.
You alright?
What's up with the statue? There's definitely something whack about it. I just can't put my finger on what.
Look.
The mask is broken. There's a piece missing.
But
Is that weird? That statue is probably like super old. It makes sense it'd be cracked and stuff.
I'm talking.
No, this definitely seems intentional.
Wait.
Like it's crappy on purpose? Even so, it's not relevant to the elevator, is it? Well, you know.
What about...
Maybe if we find the piece and place it back on the statue, something will happen. Like a puzzle-solving game. That sounds kind of far-fetched, but it wouldn't hurt to try.
Sounds easy.
You saying we gotta look for the other part of the mask? Hey, hold on to your butts, cause I got the eyes of a predator.
Whatever.
This isn't a whatever. With that, everyone started to search the tree again. Some people inspected the tree itself while others scoured around it. For what seemed like only a few minutes, Grace stood up frantically with something in her hand.
Oi!
Oi, everyone, I found it! We gathered around Grace to see what she was holding.
Nice.
Nice, that must be it. What should we do with it? Do we just stick it back into the mask?
Leave it to me.
Probably, yeah. I'll take care of it.
Soybean!
Back off, Hercules, you ain't the one who found it. Grace brought the piece over to the statue and slotted it right into the mask. And then nothing happened. Oh, that was anticlimactic. Suddenly, the ground we were standing on began to shake.
Golly!
Oh, golly!
Oh, shit!
Are we about to die? Hey, we got 3D cutscenes? That's kind of crazy. Ah! Yo, I was right.
Whoa.
That actually worked. A secret passageway opened in a tree. I never thought I'd see them. A tree of knowledge, a symbol of sentience, intuition, and understanding, exists here only as a barren replica. The tree of ignorance emulates... What? The tree of ignorance emulates the wonder of nature, but does not achieve it. And justly so, for ignorance often aspires to be seen as wisdom.
Game over, man! Game over!
Oh god, now he's spitting random philosophy! We're so F. Will this take us to the elevator?
What about...
There's stairs at the foot of the opening.
Yep.
What are we waiting for? Let's explore.
I may ask.
Why the sudden rush?
Duh.
I want to get home, duh.
Elementary, my dear.
If we get this over with, we'll get out quicker. It's simple math.
Sure.
Fair enough. We just walk in, do we? One by one, we approached the opening of the tree and descended into the darkness. Whoa, wait, are there more people than the regular games? Well, I guess, yeah. In the regular games, one person is dead. I don't know what that is. You see, the elevator's underneath the tree. Reckless investments, I'm telling you. With a rumble, the elevator began its descent. We stood in silence, 16 worried strangers plummeting into the unknown. That's what we were, after all. Random people thrown into this horrible place. And for what? Some twisted man's game? A fake crime scene, an investigation, a creepy statue, an elevator in a tree. None of this was the work of your average kidnapper. This was something much bigger, and in no way could it be connected to Eden's Garden Academy. Oh, right. So are we gonna, like, see this guy that's on the speakers, or not? The elevator began to slow, snapping me out of my thoughts. I stood up tall, and when movement stopped completely, the doors opened. In front of us was a large, circular hall supported by marble pillars. In the center of the room, 16 podiums had been arranged into a circle. Were those for us? Welcome, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the elevator ride, even if it was a bit quick. As you can see, this is the trial room. Each podium has a name on it. Find your designated podium and stand there until I give out further instructions.
However,
And if we don't comply, then I'll zap you, of course.
Back off.
Not this zapping stuff again. Just face it, Miss Madison. We have to go along with his demands. Looks like there's a few smart ones in the pack, eh? Well, come along now. We don't have all day. There was no avoiding it. We had to assume our places. Whew. That's not all of them. Scanning the faces around me, everyone wore similar expressions. Discomfort, anger, worry, it didn't end. We've been kidnapped and forced to play as pawns in some insane game. Inane game? No free will, no choice in our actions. All we could do was move forward. We had to hope for an escape. A way to run from this twisted place. We had to solve this murder case. Yep, I sure would. Alright, let's hop right into it. Oh, okay. No, I don't really want to do any of that. Begin class trial. In session, let's go.
Let's begin with a brief explanation of the class trial.
This is where I don't get to do voice acting. I guess I just gotta commentate.
Explain how the murder took place. Using
Right.
evidence you've gathered during the investigation, you will argue what you believe happened to the victim. Should you agree on the right answer, you will be free to leave this place.
Bro, he's promising that.
On the wrong answer, well, you'll find out. That's all there is to it. Have fun, everybody.
And there sure are a lot of characters.
Somebody, get me out of here.
If this is something we must discuss, I know a good place to start.
Get me out of here, 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 get me out of here.
Calm down. It's not even that bad.
Somebody get me out of here!
Not even that bad. Yeah, just zap her, man. Just zap her.
What happened to her?
Oh, shit! They fried her brain!
Calm down. It's only a shock. She won't suffer any permanent side effects. If I wanted to see the brain dead bigger, I'd just turn on the telly. On that note, please carry on.
The people running this thing aren't playing around.
As you were saying, Wolfgang?
Right. The way I see it, the objective of this trap.
By the way,
Oh,
can I get
let him
like,
talk.
a seat with this thing?
No,
I'm
you gotta
just gonna
stand.
be an onlooker. It's only fair. You're seriously not going to contribute?
What am I even supposed to do?
Put your detective
Yeah,
hat
come
on,
on,
buddy.
man.
We're here to solve a mystery.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Scooby
Who
Doo.
murdered that dummy chick, right?
Not who murdered her, how they murdered her.
Yeah, we're not supposed to figure out who,
Did that
because we
tablet
don't
not
know.
explain it?
It listed her wounds, yes, but it didn't explain how they were inflicted.
Probably because it's so obvious.
Yeah, it's
But
supposed to
Miss
be easy,
Amber,
tutorial mode.
You didn't even read the tablet.
And I don't have to.
Would you look at that? A debate's already underway.
He's still dead. These guys are clearly confused. I need to stop them before they arrive at a wrong conclusion. Oh gosh, do you hear that? That's the sound of a non-stop debate approaching. Yeah, I know how to play the game. Yep, I know. I know. I played the original Danganronpa. Bum ba dum bum. Non-stop debate. Alright, assault rifle. That's what we're given.
The mystery was never about who killed Kara, but how she died.
Is that true?
Objection! It's obvious what the murder weapon was.
I didn't get a
Wait,
good
what?
look at the
Why
crime
couldn't I
scene,
get the shoot?
but the button was
Oh,
pretty
it's that
bloody.
button. Okay.
And what could have spilled that blood besides that big scary gun?
Ah, that's right. There was a gun.
Okay, yeah,
Hear
I need
that,
to.
Lion
I need to
Man?
do that.
She agrees.
The loudest voices in the room aren't always the smartest. Fortunately, an uninformed argument is never difficult to shoot down.
The mystery.
Ba, 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 ba.
And what could have spilled that blood besides that big scary gun?
Button.
No, that's wrong.
Oh yeah, let's go. Get out of here. That is incorrect. It was loaded and unused.
Cassidy, can you stop butting in? You barely investigated the crime scene to begin with.
Whoa, what? I searched that place from top to bottom.
Alright, then tell me, how was a fully loaded assault rifle used as the murder weapon?
That's easy. It wasn't. Obviously, the shooter reloaded their gun to full capacity. Any smart shooter could tell you that. Right, Desmond?
But why would they also leave the gun
Why
there?
are you bringing me into this?
Except, the victim suffered multiple stab wounds to the torso.
Also
the gun was
that.
fired. Not only should the body have had bullet wounds, but there would be shell casings from the fired bullets. We saw neither at the crime scene.
Details. If
It's
the
important.
gun didn't do that, chicken, what was the actual murder weapon?
The knife. Oh my goodness, I have to spell it. Oh, no, okay. The knife.
I got it.
This is easy so far.
The bloody knife. It's just so blatantly obvious. It was literally right next to the victim's body.
Why so Cam's razor gotta ruin everything?
Interesting. Both the knife and the rifle were present at the crime scene, but only the knife was used.
Why did they make him sound like a nerd emoji,
Kind
man?
of weird choosing the inferior weapon.
Nothing beats the sting of a sharpened blade.
If the killer didn't use the rifle,
Well, the gun would be
why was
louder.
it at the crime scene?
Maybe it came from inside the closet.
I'm gonna say it was used by the victim as like self-defense, but they didn't
Don't
actually
see
get a
why
chance
you'd
to
be
use
storing
it.
a gun in a janitor's closet.
Man, I don't know. What if it's not even related to the murder?
That
Of
too.
course it's related. It's covered in blood.
Oh no.
Well, okay.
Everyone's starting to yell.
This debate is getting out of control fast. I need to say something. Non-stop debate. Tablet, assault rifle. Obviously, we're gonna go tablet.
To reiterate, both the rifle and the knife were next to the victim's body.
Yep.
Yet they opted for the knife. Odd choice.
I bet that gun didn't even work.
That's
These
wrong.
days, it's all about aesthetics over effectiveness.
That's like your opinion, lady.
If the gun was
Okay.
broken, then the killer
Killer.
would have no reason to bring it with them. And yet, they did.
Yeah.
Watch it be for the aesthetics.
Okay.
To reiterate, Both the rifle and the knife were next to the
I
victim's
clicked the
body.
wrong button again, man.
Yet they
I bet
Okay.
that gun didn't even work.
Oh, it works.
About if the gun is broken, then the killer would have no reason to bring it with them.
Be for the aesthetic.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna agree with the first guy with the
To
tablet.
reiterate, both the rifle and the knife. Huh? Yes, we already know both weapons were at the scene of the crime.
I was just agreeing with you.
Change anything about the murder?
I was just agreeing with you, my guy.
To reiterate, both the rifle and the
Yet they opted for the knife. Odd choice.
I bet that gun didn't even work. These days, it's all about aesthetics over effectiveness.
That's like your opinion, lady.
If the gun was broken, then the killer would have
Oh,
no
oh
reason.
my goodness.
They-
Be for the aesthetic.
I'm not sure.
To reiterate,
Yeah, I'm gonna be the killer with the tablet.
broken would
Oh, oh my goodness. Back around we go, baby. Oh my goodness.
That's like
If the gun was broken, then the killer.
There we go.
No,
Okay.
that's wrong.
I don't know why that's right, but okay.
Stop that thought right there. If we keep assuming the killer had the gun, we'll end up running in circles.
What? You think the killer was unarmed?
No, they were definitely armed. With the knife. The reason they didn't use a gun is probably because they never had it to begin with.
But then, who did?
The victim.
The victim.
The dummy had the gun?
If it wasn't
Yeah.
the killer, it has to be her. She must have brought it to the closet.
I'm not sure. Self-defense, maybe? Or maybe, I don't know.
She was probably carrying it before the murder, but dropped it when the killer attacked her.
Oh, I guess that makes some sense.
Yeah.
Complete sense.
I
Calm down
wouldn't
there,
be so
man.
sure about that. Aren't you overlooking something?
What, Mr.
The
Lawyer?
victim was stabbed from the front, meaning she could have seen the killer coming, correct?
True.
If so, why didn't she shoot them?
A stealth attack.
Mhm.
I bet the killer memorized her AI movements.
This ain't a video
The
game.
girl
Well,
must
it
have
is.
been
It
killed
is.
before she had the chance to defend herself.
That's
Exactly.
not technically true. There's evidence of a struggle between the victim and the killer.
Oh, wait, I remember. Evidence that shows the victim tried to fight back. Victim's hands.
This is it.
This is easy mode.
We found dry blood under the victim's fingernails, which implies she was clawing at her attacker. Of course,
Exactly.
no explanation is definitive without photo proof of the killer, but I'm confident this is what happened.
why would you resort to scratching when you're carrying a gun?
Did something get in the way of her using it?
Wonder if that killer stole it from her.
No.
She should have
Well,
seen or heard him coming from the hallway at the very least.
Why do you think she was in the hallway?
yeah.
That's where the fight happened, right?
I think you're getting ahead of yourself. How can we be sure the fight happened there?
Maybe
I'm-
the fight started in the hallway.
Actually,
and after it ended,
wait,
her
no.
body was dragged into the closet.
No, it definitely happened in the closet because the
If that
bleach.
happened, shouldn't there have been streaks of blood on the floor or in the hallway?
Drag marks. Can't say I saw any.
It was merely a jest. No need to take it so seriously.
Why is she
Instead
so
of
like
dragging the victim?
like that?
What if the killer carried her? I don't know why they would want to
So
do that,
nervous.
but it would explain the lack of drag marks.
But then, wouldn't the killer have been covered in
Blood. Aye. It should have gotten everywhere. Those
Exactly.
wounds were brutal. A few inches deep, I reckon. Carrying her would have done nothing to stop the blood flow.
Good point.
She was obviously killed in the closet. That's where the blood was.
Yeah, and the bleach
Yes,
bucket.
you're right. I'm so sorry for derailing the conversation.
Moving on. That fight. The victim had the gun, but she was overpowered?
If she
The
wanted
bleach
to,
bucket.
she could have just, you know.
It doesn't make much sense, does it?
Exactly. And I know I'm the only one who can figure that out. Alright. I'll talk about agree point. Yeah, I know how to agree, man. I played Danganronpa too. Blah blah blah. Non-stop debate.
That slimy killer pulled a fast one and knocked the gun out of her hand.
By the sounds of it,
That's right. The killer lunged at her and pushed the gun out of her hands.
This sounds risky. What if she saw them and unloaded a bunch of bullets?
I didn't mean to do that.
That slimy killer pulled a fast one and knocked the gun out of her hand.
by the sounds of it, those two did have a crazy tussle.
Yeah.
She still carried a gun. So why didn't she shoot?
I bet that girl
Because she got splashed in the
didn't even
face.
see them.
Boom!
Maybe
Oh
she
my, I
thought
missed
the
it.
killer was her friend.
Whatever, let's just see what
I
these
know
people-
I wouldn't hurt a friend.
She tried clawing their eyes out.
Alright, I'm ready.
I bet that girl didn't even see them coming.
What is this? Oh my goodness.
Out.
I'm trying, man, but this is... The text is moving too fast.
Oh, didn't she?
I bet that girl didn't even see them coming.
What in the world? Because the screen keeps moving, I don't even notice.
That girl didn't even see them coming.
Wow, how is that not
Appreciate the
right?
support, but you're not talking any sense, mate.
What? That's right though.
Slimy killer pulled a fast one and knocked the gun out of her.
Guess I'll go with tablet then.
Bet that girl didn't even see them coming.
There we go.
I
What?
got it.
Huh? Consent. Man, I thought the bucket would make sense.
John actually has a point. The victim probably couldn't see what was going on. According to the tablet, she suffered chemical burns to the face and eyes. That sort of injury would have effectively blinded her.
Uh-huh.
So, inside the janitor's closet, there was a large empty bottle of bleach. That's probably the chemical that caused the burns.
Blinded with bleach? That's horrible.
All that pain, yet she still managed to fight back.
Must have been
She sure
strong.
put up a struggle. Without a gun, I guess the next best thing was her hands.
So the killer was definitely the one who blinded her.
Indeed. Knowing she had a gun, he blinded her to make her less dangerous. Then,
Yep.
when he pinned her against the door and stabbed her, she tried to retaliate.
But it
Until
didn't go
eventually
well.
dying from her wounds.
Jeez, this is brutal. Couldn't they have toned down the violence?
The past is in the past, and we can't change that.
True.
All we can do is solve her untimely death, eh?
Well, we're basically done, besides mentioning about the bucket.
I
Boom.
mean,
we
by
solved
the
it.
sounds of it, we've already figured it out, right?
No. Not yet.
Seriously?
But we've already discussed so much!
We
Yeah,
know she
come
was
on.
armed. We know she was blinded. We figured out how she died. How is this not a closed case?
Please understand, I'm proud of everyone's hard work so far. Because
Uh-huh.
of you, we're one step closer to bringing the victim justice.
This was never about the dummy.
However, we should think of this
Uh-huh.
case like an equation. Knowing how it works is only half the struggle. Now we need to figure out why.
As in
Yeah, I forgot about that.
the motive?
You're on the right track.
You speak
Okay,
like
thank
we
you,
have
sir.
any information on the killer. The man's a stock image. He doesn't even have a name. What are we supposed to ascertain from that? That he's a non-character?
Not every
No
answer will be
idea.
written down for you. Sometimes actions speak louder than.
Whoa! Hold the phone!
Back alive!
Grace?
What? Since when was Grace back to normal?
Right now, Soybean.
Boo.
Watching you guys try to solve this mystery has been like watching a dumpster catch on fire. I guess all that smoke must have clouded your vision, cause there's a big-ass elephant in this room.
What's up with that?
Elephant in the room?
That's giving us too much credit.
So the killer incapacitated that girl. She had a gun, it makes total sense.
Yes.
Problem is,
what are you getting at?
you've yet to explain how he used the bleach.
I sort of
Mentioned
assumed
it.
he
The
spilled it on the
bucket.
victim.
Right. He just tipped the bottle over her.
That bottle is where the bleach came from, sure. But I doubt the bottle itself was involved in the murder. When we found it, it was neatly ordered on a shelf near the back of the closet. The gun and knife were just thrown on the floor. So it's weird this weapon was handled so differently.
Do you think the killer just poured the contents of that bottle into something else?
Yeah, the bucket.
Sure. Before the actual murder took place, I'd say.
And what is this something else? Go on.
Figured it out.
Explain it before this dumpster turns molten.
He's really stubborn about this, but I get the point he's trying to make. Before we move on from this subject, we need to make sure its logic is completely sound. Alright, let's put out this fire. Non-stop debate. Bucket!
If the original bottle's been emptied, where'd the bleach go?
Into the bucket. Into the bucket.
Into another bottle?
Nope, that's
what
wrong.
about a container?
The bucket.
There were a bunch in the closet.
Oh, not the
I bet
container.
the killer had a secret water gun.
Nope.
So when the victim came in, pow!
No.
He squirted her in the eyes.
No.
The ink vanishes when the battle's over.
Call the fire brigade, Grace.
Okay, why is this man just puts clips everywhere?
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna the container.
Into a container. There were
Oh my god, I missed it.
Grace.
Blah, blah, blah.
well, where'd the what about a container?
Oh my, it moves too fast.
Grace.
Into another bottle?
What about a container?
There were
What?
a bunch in the
How did I miss that? Oh, they need to bring up the hitboxes on these tags.
Well, bleach.
They're way too small.
Into
What about a container?
There we go. Barely got it.
She's correct. The killer put the chemicals in a bucket. Or, more specifically, the same bucket we found at the crime scene. After all, it reeked of bleach. If the killer didn't use it to transport bleach, what else did they use it for? Personal cleaning? I doubt it.
Yo, that makes sense.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
Okay, cool.
So,
how'd the killer use that bucket to spill bleach in the
Are you
victim's
actually
eyes?
stupid?
It would be a fairly heavy bucket, so it's unlikely he threw it on her.
She'd shoot him before he even had the chance. Use your brain, mate.
Of course, my apologies.
Wait, what? That's a good question. How was the killer able to get a hefty bucket of chemicals onto the victim's eyes, especially without her knowing? There must be some kind of clue missing here. Think, Damon, think.
Even if he did manage to splash her, the girl should have sustained intense facial burns. However, aside from her eyes, her face was relatively untouched.
Well,
that's
if
true.
you check the tablet, it said she had burns to the scalp, too.
Burns to the scalp. How does that work? Unless those chemicals came from above?
Oh, that's easy. Oh, you put it on the door like that. Yes, that's right. Above.
Did the killer somehow suspend the bucket in the air? Maybe there was a mechanism that made it tip over when someone entered the room.
Where's this bucket supposed to be again?
Above. Which, well,
Put it on the door.
could mean anything.
Was
oh
the
my
killer hiding above the door frame?
There's no way they were up there. There's nothing for them to sit or hold on to. Not to mention, they couldn't have stabbed her from up there.
And if there's no place for the killer to sit, then there's no place for the bucket to sit.
Incorrect.
Plus, you take into account the size difference.
Exactly.
The space above the entrance might not be able to support a person, but it could still support something as small as a bucket.
And that thing supporting the bucket?
The door. Otherwise, you need to balance the bucket, but on what? The door, baby. The door.
I got it. I don't know how we overlooked this, but I've got it. The killer just balanced the bucket on the door.
Like in those water bucket pranks people film?
Yep.
Exactly. When the victim came into the room, she pushed open the door and caused the bucket to fall on her. This would make it so she couldn't shoot back or even get a chance to see her assailant. When the bucket hit the ground, it probably rolled away. That'd explain why we found it a couple feet from the victim.
That is a possibility, yes.
It sounds like the best conclusion.
Oh, we figured it out.
There's just one problem. How was the killer able to reach that high?
The step ladder.
Unless they were abnormally tall, it'd be difficult to place something on top of that door.
Well, let's use that as our next point of discussion. How did the killer set up this trap?
The step ladder, man. We don't need to go through this. Oh my, that's so easy, bro. It's literally the step ladder. Yes.
This is it. There was a stepladder hiding behind the closet door. The killer probably used that. After climbing it, they could position the bucket right on top of the door.
Easy. Easy mode.
My precious stepladder? You think the bad guy used my super duper obvious stepladder?
Match point.
Yes.
Occam's razor.
Yes, it
Yeah,
appears our
baby.
killer didn't care much for subtlety.
Yeah, they're kind of garbage
No
at
matter
this,
how
man. They
obvious
just
it
left
seems,
evidence
it's the only
everywhere.
answer that makes sense.
It was the only knickknack of its kind, too. If there's something else that killer could have used, it's escaping me.
I see. It makes sense with what we've got so far. But I'm not done yet. I still have one last question for you, apes.
Okay.
Please just leave us alone. Oh, I'm so tired.
You haven't even done anything.
Hey, don't be like that. Grace may be loud, but her questions have really helped our discussion.
Anyway, what was the killer doing when that bucket poured onto the girl's head?
He obviously didn't just stand there and observe.
Where was he hiding? Outside the janitor closet, on top of the door frame, behind the door, in the bag, right? That,
Got it.
Yeah. What? Like what? This isn't even a question.
I've got it. The killer was hiding in the back of the closet.
What? That's crazy. I
If he
never
was
would have
pressed up
thought of
against the front of the
that.
shelf and facing the entrance, there'd be a diagonal path between him and his victim. I say diagonal because that's the only way you can make a direct charge forward. Also, when the victim entered the room, she would have been standing with her back to the hallway, right outside the killer's range. That's why the stab wounds were only made to her chest.
Creating the crime scene we found! Great job, guys! We're actually doing this!
That was the last mystery, right? We must have put everything together now.
Even if
This
it's all
man
fake,
lawyer guy.
I feel really bad for this victim.
This lawyer guy is still gonna be like, oh, we gotta figure out why,
It's an ugly
guys.
sight, but she's no victim.
Huh?
What?
Well, technically she is, but
What are you talking
let's be
about?
real. The girl was carrying a gun. She probably provoked the killer, and they killed her in self-defense. It's a clear-cut case of the hunter becoming the hunted, no?
That's true.
That's no
why
excuse.
why would she
What?
do that?
There's no justifying murder. Killing a woman is the worst thing a man could do.
Assuming it's a man.
Emanating a sizable amount of emotional tension. Are you okay?
There's no excuse. There never was an excuse. 28 stab wounds. No girl,
Funny
no
reference.
person should ever suffer Kara's fate.
Wait, who's Kara?
It was the victim's name! Didn't anyone read the tablet?
I agree with you.
Hey,
Dewey,
calm down,
but
man.
You don't have to shout out your point.
Oi,
Yeah, just
what's all
calm
this
down.
about? We've figured out the case. Stop trying to drag it on.
No. We're not finished here.
Huh?
There's no murder without a proper motive. We need to discuss why Kara died.
I am not going this far for a fictional murder case.
Alright, come
We aren't
on, it's
looking for a
important.
murderer. We're looking for answers, which we have.
Do you turn in a half-finished exam, Winona? An essay without its conclusion? This isn't
is
about
pretty important.
efficiency, this is about being right. Or do you,
Ooh.
a supposed entrepreneur, not value integrity?
Ooh, he's going off.
Let's just talk about the motive. There's no harm in doing that, right?
True.
Well, what was the motive? Was the killer fighting for their life? Or were they going out of their way to murder?
Maybe
I don't know.
the gun freaked him out.
If I was in the killer's shoes, I'd definitely be nervous.
Yeah,
Thing
exactly.
is, well, acting out of self-defense is possible. Since when does it look like this?
Yeah, this is pretty like out there.
Given the
He set it all up
I'd
and everything.
liken it to a crime of passion.
Something done on impulse?
What if they were frightened? A spooky thing might have set them off big time.
Wrong.
This is so complicated.
There's no way this was done in self-defense. No
How do
matter
you
what
know?
excuse the killer uses, it doesn't change the fact they have blood on their hands.
It's still self-defense, sir.
Yo, bud, you seem a little pressed.
Silence! I won't allow this!
Wow, things are getting emotional. Wait, blah blah blah. A pathos mechanic. Can absorb these. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This is gonna be so complicated, man. Okay, well, I did like watch a bit of a video before playing this game just to see if it was interesting. So I kind of know what to do at this part.
There is no way to justify this.
Okay, Sarah, calm down.
Take a chill pill, man.
Yeah,
You
chill
expect
out.
me to stay calm? This was the sadistic killing of one of humanity's brightest.
We shouldn't make a lot of assumptions
Chill
about
out,
the killer's
mister.
morals. This could have been self-defense.
Exactly.
You don't even know the damn killer. Just the
Hey.
crime scene they left behind.
This killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice!
Hey, hey, hey,
But how
hey,
can we
hey.
do that?
Hey, 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 hey.
There's no reason to trust you if you have no proof.
So says the ultimate liar.
Alright, was this murder justified for the unforgivable? I feel like I have an obligation to find the truth.
To
Hey,
kill
why is the music
Kara
going
so
hard?
You expect me to stake this killing of one of you?
A lot of us killed in self-defense.
Just the crime they left behind.
This killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice!
True, actually.
But how can we do that? There's no reason to trust you. If you have
Oh, I gotta grab it again now. Oh my goodness.
There's no reason to trust you. If you have no
Got it, okay.
Liar.
Okay,
kill
now I'm
Kara so
assuming
easily
it's
and
further
without
anyway.
Killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice!
But how can we do that? There's no reason to trust you.
Let's go! Get out of here! Break!
Expertise shouldn't be overlooked here. If there's anyone to believe, it's the lawyer.
True. The lawyer
Wolfgang
knows.
spent his life in the courtroom and on the crime scene. He'd understand the criminal mind in ways we can't possibly imagine. He was even emotionally invested in a murder case he'd never seen before.
Exactly.
If his
Exactly.
lawyer's intuition tells us that the killer was in the wrong, then we have no reason to disagree. We're all ultimates for a reason. We need to trust in talent.
Well spoken. If Wolfgang is adamant about the killer's intentions, we should have faith in him.
Actually, he knows what he's talking about.
Wolfgang's clearly trying his best for us.
Let's trust in the lawyer and his bargain bin buddy.
Hey!
Bargain
If it means
bin
going
buddy.
home, then new guys convinced me.
Right on! Team Wolfgang all the way!
Hey, hope has been brought back.
Thank you all for your support.
Well, Eva, do you still disagree?
Even if I did, it's not worth pursuing.
Does this mean we're done here?
No, we haven't even figured it
We're
out.
disembodied voice! We've figured out your stupid case! Now let us leave!
Bro is sleeping.
You're finally done. In all honesty, I stopped paying attention a long time ago.
This man.
We only went through this case because of you.
Silly me, I have a short attention span. So, just for my own benefit, why don't you summarize the information you've learned? It'll be good practice.
Practice.
I'll do as you ask.
I know
I'll
what he's
present the
talking
truth.
We'll present the truth together. Let's dig into it.
Oh yeah, I know how to do it. Yeah. I play Danganronpa. I know. I'm talking. Opening the door. What is happening? That one? Oh, what is, like... What is happening? How did the killer reach the door frame? That one. How do I put it in? What the heck is happening? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, what did the killer pour into the bucket? How was the trap triggered? Opening the door. There we go. In the janitor's when they were stabbed. Yeah, that one? Nope, that's wrong. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's go. Da-da. I don't have any more though. Oh, there we go. Now I'm unlocking one. Was the victim carrying assault rifle? And then clawing at the neck. Bleach. There we go. We solved it.
I got it.
There's a banger? Banger music? With it. Dum 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 dum.
The victim was Kara Koshkinen, the ultimate teacher's aide. Right before her death, she was wandering around the academy carrying a large assault rifle. That was probably when our unnamed killer, who was armed with a knife, spotted her.
And decided he'd put her to eternal rest. He slid inside that little janitor's closet, where he began hatching a deadly scheme.
They needed a way to surprise the victim, who was better armed. The killer grabbed a bottle of bleach from the closet and poured its contents into a bucket.
That's because they wanted to blind Kara by splashing the bleach in her eyes.
Sneaky little bastard.
But to do that, they would need to set a trap and catch the victim by surprise. The killer moved a stepladder behind the closet door and climbed up it to reach the door frame. There, they carefully placed the bucket.
That way, when the victim opened the door, the bucket would empty its contents all over her.
After completing this setup, the killer retreated to the far end of the janitor's closet and waited for the victim's arrival.
Right.
The killer could have made noise to attract the victim's attention. Either way, the victim tried to open the door.
And, the bleach splashed all over her. Her scalp, face, and eyes were severely burned.
Youch!
Yep.
The killer leapt from his hiding place and began viciously attacking Kara. In his fit of rage and cruelty, he stabbed her from the front 28 times.
While being stabbed, the victim tried to fight back by clawing at the killer. This left the dried blood under her fingernails. However, it didn't deter the killer, and the victim eventually died.
At present, we don't have enough information to reveal the killer's true identity, but their actions haven't been forgotten. That is the truth behind this case. Well, are you satisfied?
A measly 3 acts. Poor Horace would be beside himself.
Who the hell is...
No one cares! We've done your end of the bargain. Now let us out already!
That is
Exactly.
what I promised, isn't it?
Yeah, you promised it.
Alright, I'll let you leave this room. But before I
Leave
do,
this room.
may I be frank with you all for a second? This entire time I've been hiding behind a speaker, afraid to show my face.
Ooh, he's gonna show
My
it?
heart tells me you'll react cruelly to it. However, my head, it raises a compelling argument. Who cares what others think? Shouldn't I get to have a little fun once in a while?
Oh, he's gonna show himself.
Let's do away with these silly boundaries already. It's time we meet face
Oh.
to face.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
What was that all about?
Everybody, look over there!
Get a cutscene. Hey, here we go. Oh, he's an actual like person. That's kind of cool.
Toss away those pickaxes, peasants. The walls have finally crumbled. What will you do now that you've reached the
This
other
man
side?
is not
Will you
Monokuma.
treasure this new land? Serve it? Or will you set it ablaze? Well, peasants, have you made your choice?
Yo, what the fuck is going on?
Calm down, man. Chill out.
Are you the speaker guy?
Speaker guy? No. You don't address your superiors like that. Within the halls of this academy, you
Superior.
refer to me by one name, and one name only. His Highness, the great and powerful Tozu, host of the
Tozu.
Killing Game.
Killing gay. Killing. There's the end of the class trial.
Well done.
Or you can call me Tozu for short.
Hey.
Hey, what do you mean by killing
The
gay?
show must go on.
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Quite the contrary. This is only the beginning.
That's
What?
why the long face?
Isn't it obvious? You, my dear
Blood
subordinates,
is rushing.
are going to kill each other. What's with the weird filter on the screen? That's not funny.
But then,
But you said we could go home if we solved the mystery. I gave you peasants an incentive. It's not my fault you took it the wrong way. What are you talking about? You lied to us. Lied? Oh, no, absolutely not. I'm a fair man, a man sworn to the truth, and if I recall correctly, yeah, you leave this place. Now let us out already. I'll let you leave this room. I specifically said you could leave this room, not go home.
You.
Not okay. Wow, okay. There you go, losing control of your voice. That's how you know you've lost the argument. Logic is a cowardly thing like that. It'll jump ship the moment it's confronted with a challenge. He didn't lie, did he? He said he never lies. So when he said this was Eden's Garden Academy, what am I doing believing someone like him? There's no other way around it. He's lying. Hey, why didn't you tell us about your dumb game sooner? And watch you peasants run away?
Pathetic.
I can't host a game without any contestants. Please don't do this. I just want to go home. I want to be with my family. Please, just let me go home.
There's no need to worry.
There's no need to cry, Miss Toller. Huh? We're all civilized here. No one is going to kill simply because they've been ordered to. What's this? The peasant has a rebuttal?
Let's see.
A match between unprepared, unfit players. You could hardly call that a match. In much the same way, this game you proposed, a killing game between students who don't have the heart to kill.
Nonsense.
You seriously think we'll abandon our morals so quickly?
Hey!
Yeah, that's totally right. We're like super boring people. We don't have what it takes to do something like that. My heart is terribly soft, softer than the most delicate piece of mochi. When I see a fly in my room, I catch the poor dear in a jar and return her to nature.
I would never.
My mochi heart wouldn't melt otherwise.
I see.
I see. That's your argument, is it?
How interesting.
Oh, what has you so convinced? What do you mean? What makes you think the people in this room lack the heart to kill? Do you even know about them besides their names and ultimate talents?
Pathetic.
If you do, then tell me, regarding killing, where do they stand? Are they okay with murder if it's for the greater good? Are they okay with murder if it guarantees their survival? Is where they currently stand on the issue the same as where they're willing to stand? Go on, you've had a couple hours to get to know everyone. That's plenty of time to learn their life stories, right? Would I take that as a no? Goodness, what a surprise. not. You wouldn't be here all dressed up in that fancy suit if you were so naive.
Such a
Oh, and one more thing. That trial you just did, that was your preparation for the killing game. How? All you did was make us play detective. And for good reason. If one of you is killed, the remaining students will participate in the true class trial. Your objective here is simple. Uncover the culprit if you can. Using evidence you've gathered during the investigation, you will argue who you believe committed the murder. The result will be decided by popular vote, and if you choose the right person, I'm gonna just skip like all this. This just Danganronpa, man. Like, you know. All of us will be executed? That's not fair.
Isn't this lovely?
Really, I think it's one of our most beautiful rules. Everyone has an incentive to participate in the game, innocent or otherwise.
What's happening?
That's insane. You're treating us like pigs to slaughter.
Such
nonsense. All of you have the chance to survive this game. You think the common butcher is so merciful? By the way, if no guilty party ever escapes, the killing game will end when there are only 2 students left. You may want to remember that, or maybe you don't care. It depends on what kind of person you are. One of the 16 people here, only 2 would be allowed to survive.
No shot.
2 people. That's hardly better than if someone gets away with murder.
Well done.
I know. That's what makes it so funny. Most of you will die, no matter what, and yet, with every passing trial, you'll all cling to life more desperately. And that exact mindset is what causes more murders to happen. Aren't these rules simply brilliant? A perfect test of the limits of human compassion.
I have an appetite.
I can't
for
wait to see
destruction.
all of you in action. The madman's loud, tinnitus-inducing laughter was suddenly cut off by a well-timed strike from behind.
I've said it a million times, you mangy fucking mutt! I want nothing to do with this stupid
Fighting
game!
him!
Ow, 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 ow! Stop it!
Since you've made it clear you won't listen to reason, I'll just make sure you have no arms to kill with!
Do you even listen to when I talk?
Oh
I'm
my
not the
goodness,
one
this is
doing the killing. It's you lot who are.
This is a fight for the ages. Grace drove her fist directly into his stomach. He followed it with another blow, and another. When it looked like she wasn't going to be satisfied until he was dead, I saw it. From out of nowhere, a tiny red dot appeared on Grace's face.
Hey! Stop already! There's a...
But before we could do anything... Oh, well. The sound of a gunshot echoed in our ears. Grace released the man from her grip. Speechless, she moved her hand to her cheek, which had been nicked by a stray bullet. So she's not dead, okay. Whoa! Who are you? We all looked in the direction the shot came from. The shooter stood silently by the pillar, a trail of smoke rising from the mouth of her rifle. Her mask. The design was a panther instead of a goat, but it was clear that she was working with him.
You
shot her.
For real?
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them? Everyone slowly backed away from Tozu, suddenly fearful of their lives. What a shocking and unnecessary display of violence. You think? I was talking about the golfer woman. Well, now that you've become acquainted with our enforcer, Mara, if any of you kids try to jeopardize the killing game, such as by attacking me, you'll be there to put an end to your shenanigans.
Pardon me.
Even though she misses her shots? That was just a warning. I assure you, it'd be unwise to further test her sharpshooting ability.
In any case...
Regardless, I finally have an answer to your previous question. Meh? You asked me if I knew anything about my friends besides their names and talents. Truthfully, I don't, but I'll continue to trust them as if I do, because they're ultimates. Huh? They are charged with the betterment of society. They've proven themselves to be above simple acts of self-interest.
We will not succumb!
We will not succumb, even if you trap us, fire guns at us, and force us to endure farcical courtroom procedures. He's right. Grace was trying to compose herself, still clearly shocked by her run-in with that.
Don't test me.
No matter how weird these guys are, they're talented. Do you really think an ultimate would fall for this? Yeah, that's right. My friends and I have too much to live for and too much to achieve. We won't throw all that away for your killing game.
Don't get it mixed up.
We're all going to escape. We have to. One by one, the students raised their voices in solidarity with Wolfgang. All of them were so confident in what they were saying, so willing to blindly put their faith in each other. And for some reason, it made me sick. Never underestimate the strength of human connection. I am quite familiar with this idea. What kind of captain would I be if I can't even handle a small crew of 15? What is this horrible feeling of contempt? Why do I feel this way when everyone else seems so hopeful? The voice inside me was answered by another.
No.
You've got it all wrong. Students turned their attention towards Ava, surprised by her words. Huh? You actually believe no one here will try to kill? You're really naive. I don't know how you made it as a lawyer. Well, instead of resorting to random and hominem attacks, why don't you explain your reasoning?
It's the truth.
It's obvious. Compared to normal people, ultimates are more prone to killing, not less. Living with constant praise from the public has ruined our sense of self. If you need examples, just look around the room.
What a joke.
Excuse me?
Look.
In the outside world, ultimates will do anything to further their own goals. The same is probably true here. Once you realize your dreams can only be achieved if you escape, you'll resort to murder.
Can't you see?
If you continue to convince all these people to trust each other, they'll only be more vulnerable. Unless that was your plan all along? Is it possible you want to make everyone vulnerable? Oh, that it will be easier for you to kill them?
That's enough.
That's enough. Suddenly Ingrid stepped in front of Wolfgang protectively. Wolfgang's done nothing wrong. He's given all of us a vote of confidence. Yeah, it's something we all needed.
Please.
So stop trying to turn us against each other, please. The horrible feeling grew stronger as the other students admonished Ava. It grew stronger and stronger. I knew I had to say something. Ava's right. Huh?
No!
Damon, not you too.
I know.
Look, I get it. I want to make the situation less scary for everyone. But Ava made a good point. All of us have a clear motivation to leave this place, even at the cost of other people's lives. Whether it's to see our families again, or for the sake of our talents.
Don't say that!
No, I would never kill anybody.
That's not it.
Diana, you yourself admitted you had too much to achieve. Don't you see how that's playing into the masked man's hands? This whole we're all ultimates thing is pretty inane anyways. After meeting all of you, it's clear none of us have the same goals.
Hold on.
What are you insinuating? Don't we all carry the same obligation to improve the world we live in? This question angered me more than anything that had been said before. I could no longer suppress my true feelings.
That's wrong.
Look, the title barely means stuff nowadays, alright? Most ultimates are just dullards obsessing over some pointless hobby. Their talents don't contribute anything of worth. The only thing they're capable of is leeching off public attention for their own goals. Ouch.
You've got to be kidding me.
You've got to be kidding me. Running a business that feeds millions is pointless?
No.
Some of you are an exception, of course. But come on, there's no way the rest of you can improve the world we live in with your niche fixations.
That was very...
What do you mean, rest of us? You're an ultimate too. Yeah, what the hell makes you so special? I could feel their words worming their way into my soul. What makes you so special? Well, I can actually achieve many things with my talent. I can argue policy, consider ethics and morality. Yeah. Better yet, I was the one who got you guys through that trial.
Really?
Is that really what happened? I remember all of us helping out.
Shrimp?
Yo, I see what's going on. You think you're better than us just because you can say words nobody understands. Well, that kind of stuff is relative. Like, tell me what a dragster is, do you know? Watch your step, lest you trip and fall from the unparalleled heights of your vanity.
Not good enough.
I'm disappointed in you. How are you so concerned about making yourself look good when we're in the middle of a death game?
The hell?
Wait, I wasn't trying to... It was no use. They turned against me, hurling obscenities, scowling or simply shaking their heads.
Isn't this lovely?
Whew. Do I sense anger, hatred, an unquenchable sense of bloodthirst? Well, save that for later. I'm the only person who can spill blood in the courtroom. The elevator will take you back to the killing game arena. We've cleaned up the crime scene and prepared a dorm room for each of you.
Lost.
Thanks. Now can you get lost?
Good evening.
Okay. He turned to his podium with a masked woman trailing closely behind. The bizarre mechanism that brought him into the room lowered the two of them into the ground and out of sight.
Hey.
Still, we're not going to kill anyone, right guys? No matter what happens, we're going to make it out of here, okay? It was only when the madman had left that reality truly began to set in. I'm trapped in a killing game with people who despise me. How did this happen? I just wanted to help. I wanted to make sure we didn't trust each other too easily. Now I'm being treated like the bad guy. Will these people practice what they preach? Will they really refuse to kill? I can't trust anyone here. For better or for worse, it's me versus them. So cued the beginning of the end. The beginning of the beginning of an unfathomable nightmare. An unrelenting despair. The beginning of the killing game. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. This is fire. I'm gonna have to turn this down in editing, but Project Eden's Garden. Okay. Bows woven by stitches and needles. Surviving member 16. And that should be the end of the demo. I did mention this was a demo, right? I think I did. Hey. Okay, yeah, we're not watching this whole credit sequence. Okay, so yeah, that was Project Eden's Garden, the demo at least. I'm definitely gonna come back and play the full game when it comes out, cause this was kind of fire. Also, I am working on making a series on Ultimate or Ultra Despair Girls, the like spin-off Danganronpa game. It is a little ways into chapter 2 of the game, so it will be a little awkward, but still, I think it'll still be fun to do. And also Danganronpa 3, I want to play that afterwards. But yeah, that's Eden's Garden. I really have to go, so yeah, that's the end of the video. Bye-bye!